Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Onetre Rocky. You already know what time it is, man. It's the Onetre Fighter Weekly Pick'em, man. We got some special guests up in here, but first I'm gonna let my host, my guy, Jody Fighter, introduce himself and let y'all know where y'all can find him at. Then we gonna hop right into it.
As you guys probably already know, I am Jordy Fighter, the host of many podcasts where I share my depression in all of my teams, and now in the Holy Gator, which my co-host happens to be one of the guests. But I'm over there.
I was promised to be here.
I was over earlier today, streamed a little bit, talking about how messed up the playoff rankings are, and hopefully I have more to complain about tomorrow.
Dirty, the funniest dude ever, man. But we gonna go around and let everybody introduce themselves. We gonna start with Papa Sora. Go ahead, bro. Let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, so Papa Sora, probably think it's the first time I've been on here, so pretty excited for that. Y'all can find me on Twitter at Papa Fuchs. Fuchs spelled Fuchs, and y'all can find me on both YouTube and Twitch at Papa Sora, the name down here. And like Jordy mentioned earlier, I am co-host for the Holy Gator, a brand new podcast we're doing. We'll probably talk more about that later. Yeah, let's get into what the fans came to see.
Go ahead, AK.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Appreciate you guys having me on. There is a reason for this logo. I won't lie, it's just not random. This is the new logo for the Fuck You crew. So, I just figured I'd post it for a little bit. It makes sense once it all is put together. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys having me on. Look forward to talking with you guys about some football, and yeah.
Go ahead, Vic.
What's good, everybody? You know it is Victory. Yeah, man, had to come through. Yesterday, my night was not right. You know what I mean? We didn't do the pick'ems, so you know what I mean. Had to get with my guy and had to set this up. We go. This is something that we have to do on a weekly basis. I mean, it's something that can't fail.
Lit, though.
Yeah, like it's fun. I love conversating with you guys, so I'm glad that I'm on. I appreciate it.
And you got me, Robert, from the Philly Sports Talk podcast, and a proud partner member of the Spotlight Sports Network as well. A huge shout out to those guys for really helping my channel kind of just blow up in like the last recent week or two. You guys can follow me on YouTube, obviously Philly Sports Talk podcast. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram. I'm on a lot of social media basically, but yeah, that's all I got. Just first pick 'em, with you guys. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I always start off this stream with a few Eagles questions because we all Eagles fans, and then we hop into the pick 'em. So for this week, man, we saw the Denver Broncos destroy the Dallas Cowboys, and I felt like the Dallas Cowboys was a team that was rolling at the time. I really didn't think too much of Denver, seeing them actually on the schedule, but now since we seen that and we seen how our team been playing, how y'all feel about this game coming up? I'm gonna start with Jordy.
Well, as every week entails, we're hoping for the best, expecting the worst, because that's how this team operates. But this Broncos team just lost Von Miller to the Rams, and for some reason was fired up and not destroyed, but beat a Cowboys team who's kind of good. Question is, do they carry the momentum into the next week, and can they carry against a team that just elevated a guy from the practice squad to be their starting running back? I don't know, because right now it's a mixed bag with Philly. The running back situation is chaotic more than it should be. The offense is in a tough spot because either they're bad or they're good. There's no in between. The defense has stepped up recently. Hopefully they can do it again, but All in all, it just depends on which team shows up for Philly. Is it going to be the team that it's one side of the ball sucks and the other's amazing, or is it going to be one that looks like more of a complete team like we kind of did last week? No idea, but with this team, like I said, hope for the best, expect the worst.
Facts. Go ahead, sir.
For me, kind of like how Jordy said, is one side of the ball going to be good, is one side going to be bad, all that. I think, and don't quote me on it because I could not find an article. I just found it and sent it in the group chat. I think Sanders might be coming back. I do not know. I'm more worried about which Jonathan Gannon are we going to get. Not which side of the ball is going to – what Jonathan Gannon are we going to get? We're going to get the Jonathan Gannon we saw against Detroit, who blitzes, who does press man, or are we going to get the Jonathan Gannon who lets up 85% or 85% of completions? Because personally, in my opinion, I think the offensive side, Nick Sirianni included, that stock's been trending upwards.
Go ahead, AK.
I'm going to make this plain and simple for y'all. If the Miami Dolphins can beat the Baltimore Ravens, then hell yes, we can beat Denver. End of discussion.
I agree. Go
Like-
ahead, Vic.
It's crazy when you look at these two teams. Last week when we looked at the Broncos, we thought that, that could possibly not an easy win, but that was something that was more definite because of the loss of Von Miller. The fact that their running game hasn't got off, But then when they played against the Cowboys, we seen Gordon got 2 touchdowns, about 66 yards, and Williams, for the first time in the season, he broke off for 100 yards. Teddy Bridgewater was looking pretty decent out there. He didn't look, that he was in much trouble most of the day. Dallas defense didn't look like the Dallas defense we've seen all year. They put them to shame. The final score, what was the final score? It was pretty big. I think it was 40-something?
For what, the Dallas-Denver game?
Yeah, the Dallas-Denver game.
It was 30-16, I believe, but the 16.
Yeah. Like, Dallas offense had nothing, no response. They got a couple points late. I think it was in the fourth quarter, but that was garbage time. So, they shut down Dallas, and they shut them down badly. So, we're coming into Denver now with how we played against, the Chargers. It's not looking good for us, especially with Denver's running game getting going. That spells a lot of bad news for us.
I I said this when I was with Lindy, and Lindy brought up a good point. This team, the Broncos team, they are decent on the offensive side, and they are ranked 22nd in the National Football League with under a little bit over 20.8 points per game. And the fact that, just that game alone shows us, look, they can that was a high scoring game. Knowing Dallas, that the fact that Dallas has not shown up kind of tells they're kind of they're trying to blow how the Broncos are out of just try to make them look good. But obviously you got Melvin Gordon, who's actually found himself with the Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater is still a decent quarterback for what he can be. Probably not the long-term answer for them. You still got Jerry Jeudy and got these guys, but like what Papa Sora said, and it depends on which Jonathan Gannon we're going to get. It's like life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get with Gannon. But, and I said this too, I really hope we can start having Gannon, Gannon against Detroit. Blitzing more, having more man coverage, press coverages. Not having these soft zone coverages where we get giving up 90+% and God-given amount of yardage to some of these whack wide receivers that we don't know, like these unknown wide receivers.
I'm gonna just say this: the Chargers came into that game with a great game plan. It's if you look at it, they beat us basically on all short passes. I mean, they got 1 or 2 probably deeper passes, but they really just nullified the pass rush with just throwing the ball short. Nick Sirianni did nothing to adjust to that, I felt, because we held them to 7 points in the first half. That's a great first half. I mean, who knows? We capitalize on those 2 touchdowns. We go up 21-7. There's a whole different ball game. So I mean, a lot of mistakes was made last week, but I felt like overall that was one of the most competitive games we played all season. So, I mean, if he could really fine tune some of that stuff, I feel like we're gonna be okay. Like everybody hair just falling out. I don't really get it. Like we all knew coming into the season it was gonna be a big learning curve. No matter what kind of talent we got on the team, we got a young quarterback, young coaching staff. I mean, everything on the offensive side basically younger players. In the defensive side, we got older players, so the balance is just off. So, I mean, we got a few games to everybody to showcase their talent or whatever they're gonna do, but at the end of the day, we're not a good football team right now. So, I mean, I'm not really up in arms like firing everybody and all that. I'll give everybody a run again. For real, to be honest, we just got to bring some more veteran presence in the coaching staff and front office or whatever. And then, I mean, we just have another run at it. But for all the people that are screaming, Hurts not our quarterback, I'm like, bro.
Still developing.
Like, God damn. Like, damn, we can't hold on to nothing nice in Philly.
It's obviously we can't have nice things here in Philly.
Well, and it's the fact that we're an impatient fan base, you know what I'm saying, as a whole.
Super
When you look at this talking about moving on to Gardner that you can't be like that again. You know, you had this season to evaluate. You got to take the whole season. You still got 8 games in front of you. A lot can change. If you don't see that change, then you know the right move is to move on. But until then, you can't make any moves.
Listen, man, you gotta realize something. The potential upside that this kid has is remarkable. All right, there's things he has that you just can't teach. He's born with it. You know, the things that we gripe him about, that's fixable. But the thing is, Jalen Hurts, man, it's like I said on my show just a little bit ago. You know, he's willing to take the blame. You know, he's built for Philly.
What?
He's built for Philly. You know, he's got that Philly mindset. He's not afraid to throw the blame on himself. Mm-hmm. You know, and he's willing to work to get better. I mean, with the little amount of talent that we have actually developed around him, you know, we have talent. It's just not developed talent. This kid came out here and he's thrown 1,900 yards. He's almost at 2,000 yards. He's got 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and he's second highest QB in rushing. You know, what more do you want from him? It's not like he has a Devontae Adams to throw to, you know, or a D-Hop. You know, he's throwing the Devontae Smith, who has shown he's already leaps and bounds over the guys that have been here longer than him. You know, so you just got to look at all the things that we have and everything he's working with, and even a defense who isn't even helping him win football games at this point. He's not doing a bad job. He's really not. He's just taking the brunt of all the losses because, you know what, in the end, it comes down to winning losses.
He's not doing a horrible job, but there's a lot left to be desired. It's like you're saying, you know, we're saying he doesn't have talent, but he actually does. Now, it could be either the scheme, it could be the play calling, or it could be Jalen himself not trusting those players or trusting himself to get the ball to them.
Yeah.
Listen, a wise man once said, "Us Eagle fans, we need to learn the word. We need to learn the word patient this season." And that wise man was me. So we got to learn some patience.
Yeah, I mean, but y'all know how that go.
Really? Nothing, AK? I was expecting a like.
I laughed. You didn't hear me laugh?
No,
I was laughing my ass off. I was about to say, man, I never fucking get credit for anything.
That's what I was
doing.
You just stayed quiet about it.
Like, yeah, man. Let's hop into this pick'em because it's a lot of goddamn picks, man.
Yeah.
We already know the outcome of the Thursday night game. Baltimore Ravens losing to the Miami Dolphins, man. What's y'all outtake on that game?
Wow.
Depressing.
Great game. I won't lie.
It was.
Great game, man.
It was.
But wow, I you know lie, man. I actually was on Classified Joel's channel last night doing the game, and I actually had the Ravens winning this. I was like, here's your 50-pointer of the week. You know, I thought Miami had no chance.
I mean that too, but
Did they prove me wrong? Damn.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Props
I
to
had
Miami.
picked Baltimore beating Miami, and I was dead wrong.
Yeah.
I have a question to ask. Is
Right.
it that the Ravens are a good team, you know, that get hard fought wins? Are they just a really bad team that's been lucky?
I feel
like
like
you
they're a good team.
stay either one.
I mean, every team had bad weeks. You see, Dallas got whooped by Denver. I mean, every team got bad weeks. The Bengals beat the Jets. It happens in the NFL.
Josh Allen got sacked and picked off by Josh Allen.
Yeah, the Buffalo lost.
Yeah, that was weird.
And
Jaguars.
strip sacked as well. Yeah.
How ironic would that fucking be, by the way?
It's
Not
the
ironic.
NFL.
Not really.
funny.
What happened?
Because when you look at the Ravens' record, what are they? 6-3 now with this loss.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Those 6 wins, when you look at them, I think 5 of them are won by 1 to 3 points by a field goal.
One of them
basically.
was literally a NFL breaking field goal.
Yeah, field goal
Yeah.
record.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I honestly believe because of what's going on and how their defense plays. Because one thing a lot of people don't look at that defense. Yeah, they play hard, but they get away with a lot of holding calls. When you've seen yesterday how much they hold, and it's not just from yesterday's game. Throughout the whole season, you look, they get penalized a lot for holding because that's what they do. They're good at it. But again, I think they're a bad team that's been very freaking lucky. Because those field goals, because if it wasn't for Justin Tucker, they wouldn't be in the position they are. No one would be saying that Lamar Jackson is as good of a quarterback as he is. Because again, winning covers up a lot of deficiencies. When you look at the Eagles, if we were winning games, people would say Jalen Hurts is having a great season. If we honestly look at it, if we were winning games, people would say Jalen Hurts is having a great season. Yeah, there's some things that he can work on. They'll say just like that. There's some things he can work on. But look at the team. Look at where they're at. Look at their winning percent. Yeah, that's what they're going to go at. When you look at Lamar Jackson, look at where they're at because of their wins. When you look at him and his play, it's not that good. I've been saying it for the whole year. You know, people keep on saying that he's a great passer. I don't think so. I think he got a strong arm, but I don't think he knows how to be very accurate. That's his big issue. And he doesn't know how to get the ball to the right guys.
It's more. I feel like it's more with Lamar Jackson.
But he has the same issues that Jalen Hurts has. Like you can mirror them. They're not the same exact player, but the way they play the game is kind of the same. They rely on their feet to get out of stick pressure. You know, Lamar's a little smarter where he can hold the ball more because he knows where he has a clean pocket. You stay in that pocket. Once it breaks down, that's when you move. Jalen isn't, at that point yet. Jalen's at the point where even if the pocket's clean, I'm getting out of there because I feel like I can get more yards running the ball.
He's much more faster too.
Who, Lamar or Jalen?
Lamar.
I feel like Lamar.
Obviously Lamar. Jesus.
Well, you say Lamar's more of a passer now because he relies so much on his tight end. If you look at most of his yards, and if you would break it down, his tight end, Andrews, he got mostly all the looks. He got a bulk of looks for the past 2 years. This year, not so much because, Hollywood's been showing out this year. Beginning of the season, they had Sammy Watkins, and now they have Bateman. But if you look at that team, again, Lamar hasn't really been spreading the ball either. He really doesn't know how. He came from a 1 read to now he's a 2 read. That's where he's at in his career right now. A lot of people give him a lot of clout.
Been finding Bateman a lot over the past.
Because Bateman's a beast. Let's be honest. That kid's a beast.
I love Bateman, man. But I mean, the separation. I think it was more. Lamar has to pass the football now. You see what running backs he's down to?
Yeah.
Freeman and Bell.
They got Le'Veon Bell over there right now running the ball.
Freeman was running the ball pretty good though.
Yeah, but he lost his top 3 running backs.
Yeah,
well, it was only his first 2. The third one they didn't lose. They still had. They just benched him for whatever the reason.
Who that was?
Ty Williamson. Ty Williamson.
Oh.
I had him on fantasy.
He had
the first 3 games he had 200 yards in each first game, and then he had 70 some yards. And I guess he had
Yeah,
like a
he had-
fumble. John Harbaugh didn't like it and benched him.
He had a healthy scratch last week. He was healthy.
Yeah.
He just didn't play.
They don't believe in the kid for whatever the reason. Like in the beginning of the season, he was holding your team up. He's the reason why you got 3 of those damn wins. I don't understand it. But hey, that's how it is in the NFL.
Maybe they chose to go veteran over young. Right.
I would have kept it with the kid because all that experience. By this time, you don't know what he could have been. He's good out the backfield catching. He's good in between tackles. Again, he had an issue with fumbling, but if you work with the kid, he's gonna get it.
Yep.
Right.
Hey, if they want to get him up, you know what I mean? Like in the off season, I won't mind plucking him.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Sunday slated games. First game, the Buffalo Bills in New York to play the New York Jets. Who y'all got winning this and why? Go ahead, Jody. You start it off.
This is easy. The Buffalo Bills. Like I said last week, I can talk about how good this team is all day. They had a bad week last week. This week is going to be a rebound week. The Jets aren't that good. Are they a little bit on the rise because of guys like Mike White? Yeah, sure. But look at how stacked Buffalo's defense is. They shouldn't have very many problems with it. I'm hoping I don't jinx them this week, as I say this. But
yeah, that's you, Jordy.
Hey! This is the first time this year I've jinxed them. I'm not gonna do it again.
You be fucking them over, Jordy. You be picking them to beat everybody.
That's the last thing I want to do.
Lord.
But at the end of the day, they should be able to just take away every option Mike White's got because of guys like Hyde and Poyer and White and all of them, Bolano, Edmonds. It should be a very easy game for them. They should ride the shoulders of Josh Allen, and not only because I have him on every fantasy team I own. And let's just hope that he goes to his receivers more than hand off the ball because, that's worked well all season.
Go ahead, sir.
Alrighty. So, Jordy, I hear what you're saying. I hear it. And yes, it would make sense. A reasonable man would say the Buffalo Bills. But I'm not a reasonable man.
Don't do it.
Mike White, this man oozes the biggest dick energy anyone's ever seen. You don't need any weapons. DeAndre Hopkins, any top elite wide receiver, get him out of here. Mike White will take a kindergartner as a wide receiver and elevate him to the promised land. This man generates just nothing but Chad energy. I'm taking the Jets by 50. Carry on.
Jeez.
Go ahead, AK.
I don't even know if I want to go after that thing.
I looked at the camera and then realized you guys can't see my face, but
Well,
the
that
face
could
I
fix,
made
you know,
just
just hit the
screamed
button.
like, what?
Did you have that Blues Brother face?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! You know
What the
exactly what
fuck?
I'm talking about.
I know what to say. We got the single. That's the Birdman advertising right there.
That was Bird Gang's face when you said that.
That was him trying to kick me out.
That's
This live stream is brought to you by Birdman.
His channel. I was trying to put my joint up there. I was like, oh shit, I forgot I'm signed into his joint.
Yeah, that's serious. When I came in, I was like, hold on, I think I'm in the wrong lane. Right? I was like, hold on, I'm back
I
there.
saw
Let me
that
look.
and I saw the background. I was like, did I click on the right link?
Right? I was like, all right, I'm about to hop on my bird then. All right.
All right. So for me on this one, you know what? Because Jordy is a jinx, I'm going with the Jets too. I'm gonna ride the Jets
Yes.
train.
Yes. Join the Mike White big energy train.
Listen, man, I like what the Jets got going on.
Zach Wilson, pack your bags, go back to Utah. You're done.
Wouldn't go that far, but
I would.
I do like what the Jets got going on. The energy looks pretty decent over there right now. And I feel they're going to keep riding it out. The Bills, they're coming off a really tough one. Granted, some people might say that's a motivational loss and that they'll come out and they'll spank the Jets here. But, I don't know. This one might hurt. You never know. We'll see. But I think the Jets might have the upper hand here coming in emotion-wise. So, I'm going to say it's 24-21 Jets.
Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, I'm not going to say all that.
You know what you want to do,
Come
Big.
on,
man. Buffalo had a bad week last week. We all know that. Shout out to Mike White. He got his jersey in the Hall of Fame. Mikey Blanco's out there doing his thing in New York. But this fall to earth is going to be so damn hard. It's not even funny. The Jets are going to get pounded. They got a good team. Let's be honest right now. They got good talent when they got that left tackle out of UFC. What is it? Elijah Moore, pretty dynamic receiver. Michael Carter's doing his own. The quarterback situation is up in the air. Their defense looks pretty good. But like I said before, Buffalo had a bad week. They're not trying to come into this week and get beat by all teams. The Jets, I see them, this is a bounce back week. They got smacked in the face last week, and you always feel sorry for the teams that they play that next week. The Jets are that team the next week. So yeah, I'm gonna go out on the limb here. I honestly don't do this that much. Jordy, this is your thing, so I'm not trying to steal your shine at all. But
I smell a 50 burger coming on.
Yes, it is grilling up right now. Well done for you. I'm gonna give him a 50 burger
Oh,
to
man.
the Jets. 9 points.
You said 9?
This man
they're
basically
taking
just
field
took my
goals all
Is that a
day.
prediction.
bad thing that he
Damn,
took
50
my
to
exact
9?
prediction?
Oh, my Lord.
Hey, the Jets are gonna get spanked.
Is that a bad thing he took my exact score prediction?
I'm gonna say you just took my score prediction and flipped the teams. What you doing?
No, Jordy was conservative, though. I'm disappointed in him right now.
Hey, I'm gonna hit my quota. Don't worry. I'm gonna hit the quota.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be fun to watch, though. You're gonna see a lot of scoring. Diggs is gonna get out there. That defense is gonna get out there. They're gonna get their points. It's gonna be fun. Not for the
That's
Jets,
the game
though.
I'm turning on.
Man, you got more chance of catching COVID than you do them getting a 50 burger. Come on.
I can't wait to see
Listen.
Matt Milano have 3 interceptions.
Josh Allen can do it. That kid got a special talent. And
Yeah,
like I said,
we
they
all
got
said that
smacked in the
about
face
fucking
last week.
Lamar
They're a little
against the
embarrassed.
Dolphins too last night, didn't we?
Oh
Exactly,
yeah,
AK.
Yeah.
Lamar probably got caught up.
Come on,
Allen
man.
also fumbles the most when he plays the
A lot
Jets.
of teams already figured him out. If you zero blitz the Ravens, it's a wrap for Lamar. If he can get out of it, hey, you got a chance. But if he can't, it's over.
Bro, they were not zero blitzing the Ravens last night.
What are you talking about? They had that kid at safety. They was coming in. They were bringing heat. They were doing everything
Yeah,
they
but
could.
not all the time though.
Oh no, but when they did, they
The
made.
only time they kept the heat up was once they had the lead. I mean, but that was the right thing to
The
do.
Dolphins are very smart when they brought the blitz because they weren't just bringing it on third down. They would mix it up and bring it on second down. They bring it on first down. They mix it up very well. And I don't know the rookie's name. I want to say it was Wilson, but I'm probably wrong because I know they have a wide receiver too. On defense, the one that got at Lamar all day.
Yeah, but that's
Is that
what I'm
Wilson?
thinking though. They didn't need the blitz that much though, because that defensive line was fucking eating. Dog.
They was eating.
They were
beat
eating.
up.
They didn't need the
They were
blitz.
playing well, but they were bringing heat. They were bringing heat.
Go ahead, Philly Sports.
I'm going to have to go with the Buffalo Bills on this one because, granted that the Jets, obviously they stink, and I'm going to have to. But yeah, the way that Mike White, kudos to him. But I have a feeling that the Buffalo Bills are going to I'm going to say put up a 60 point against the Jets. Let's say 60 to 7.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go as far as saying the Devin Singletary gets 100 yards.
Wait.
I'm gonna go that far.
I also got to note this. Dawson Knox is officially back for this game. That's going to help Josh Allen a lot.
Oh, that's for
Because he's been
sure.
missing Dawson for the last couple of games. He has gone to
It's a
Sweeney
wrap.
like 10 times in 3 games while Dawson.
And you got Cole Beasley out there who's been eating lately. Oh, it is El Sarape for that team. My God.
You forgot Emmanuel Sanders.
Oh,
He's turned into
you
his
guys-
favorite target.
Man,
Yo,
I'm
that's
not
crazy.
Kim Senny. Shut up.
It's gonna be wild. Like the Jets got a lot to attack.
I'm gonna say this. They better go down there and spank the Jets because they really was embarrassed last week. But they only put up 6 points? I don't know, bro. I'm not a Bills fan, so it really don't matter to me. But I got them going down there dropping at least 47 on these dudes. Just to show the NFL, damn, that was a fluky week right there. So I'm gonna go Jets 17, Buffalo 47.
You're so close. You're so close.
All
That's too
right. Well,
close.
hey, I'm gonna just say this real fast, Papa. I'm gonna ride with you on this one, my guy.
Let's
But if
go.
this don't work out, it ain't ever happening again.
Let's go. Bro, I'm telling you, man, Mike White, man, he gonna dunk
You
on
looking
this
for some
Buffalo
Just
Bills
saying.
team.
Wait, isn't it at Buffalo? Isn't it at Buffalo?
No, it's in New York.
Don't
Also New
matter.
York?
New York, Buffalo, the International Space Station, don't care. Jets by 50.
Yeah, but Buffalo owns New York at this point.
All right, moving on. We're gonna move
Everyone
on to the
owns
next
New
game.
York, Jordy.
Bro, Boston Scott owns New York. What you mean?
We're gonna move on to the next game. The Buccaneers
Go for it.
travel to Washington to play the Washington football team. Who
Oh,
y'all
that's a
got winning this and why? We're gonna start with you again, Dirty.
That's another easy one. The Bucks, because I mean, Washington. We always praise their D line going into the season and throughout the season, and that was one of the only good things about their team. Yeah, even that's bad. So I got nothing good to say about Washington, and they're going up against a Bucks team that is still loaded and is still a contender for the Super Bowl. There's not much more to say. They're lucky that the Bucks didn't even go after OBJ, or else that would have been even more of a nightmare coming in this
You heard Bruce Arians, too many letters.
yeah.
I think it's where would you put him? That'd be too much. That's overload.
Hey, there's too many divas in one locker room.
I was about to say, yeah, somebody's going at the end of the
Somebody gotta
offseason.
go.
No, at that point, there's going to be a fist fight in the locker room. I would love to see that.
I was about to say, I'd pay to see that.
Pay-per-view.
Go ahead, Sarah. Oh, you gave a score prediction, Dirty?
Okay, you want to score?
Yeah.
45-15 or 45-17 Buccaneers.
Sheesh.
I'm hitting my
Yeah.
40 quota today, boys.
Sheesh.
Are you gonna have any close games? Shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you need to, like, pay the bills or
AK, you
something?
must
Are you
have
going
watched
with
the
the big
show
bets?
off
What's
the
happening?
AK. Dirty.
But it's not out the realm of possibility.
No, I know. I'm just playing.
He all high scores.
Jeez, no one's in a laughing mood today. Sorry for trying to bring the fucking comedy. I'll go.
Listen, you ruined my mood after you said we couldn't ride on the Delaware River.
Hey. At least you're funnier than me.
That ain't that hard.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Shots fired.
Yeah, that's my co-host, bitches.
Hey, you still got to fire your head coach. Florida's head coach. You still got to fire him. Remember that.
We'll talk more later. All right. So, Jordy, I hear you. You say it's an easy game, but every game I'm just gonna go with the upset. I'm here to cause chaos. Wow. I was gonna do that, but then the second game you said was what's its face? Tampa and Washington. And I was like, can't really cause an upset with that.
It's like when Bama plays an FCS school. Can't really take the upset.
Snap.
Right. Yeah, Tampa.
I don't think you're giving the football team enough credit, man. I
mean,
feel like this is gonna be a
just,
closer game.
like Jordy said, their defense just isn't there anymore. Their defense that was feared is just it's meh. Chase Young has what, 1.5 sacks, which I get stats ain't everything, but it's like a guy with that
I think he only has one. I don't even think he has a half.
Oh, but yeah, like a guy with that much promise, like the drop off is just immense. I don't know. I think the
went
Bucks
from 4-star to a half-star.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta go with the Bucks, even though I want to cause chaos. I gotta go with the Bucks.
Jesus, Vic, are you a fucking statue down there? God, laugh or something. Fuck.
Fucking laugh. God, quit being a little bitch and laugh.
Jeez. Somebody run out of Skittles? Fuck.
Yo, because I'm actually looking at my TV like I'm trying to figure out if it froze or it's just me.
So yeah, I don't know. Bucks. I'll take the Bucks by say 35-21.
No, that's kind of close.
I'm not gonna go with Jordy and say 70-9. And loser.
Yeah, that's dirty for you.
Why are you looking at Vic's curtains like that, man? Don't look at another man's curtains. What the hell?
I can mesmerize it.
Never looking at another man's
That's not what I
curtains.
expected in the chat.
This just got weird.
Just
Okay. Listen, man. My stepson is a Bucks fan. My brother is a Washington fan. So
Man.
which one do you love more?
the Bucks fan.
Okay.
So I'm going with the Bucks on this one, man. You know what? I won't lie though. I got to give Heineke his props. You know, Taylor. It don't matter what you throw at this kid. He's got something there. Hopefully they can figure it out. But he's looking pretty decent.
I like him.
Yeah. You know, defensively, I don't know what happened between Sweat and Young. Yeah. I mean, damn. So
It was carrying all along.
yeah, you're right, dude. It could have been. I don't know. Maybe they needed a little bit more mentorship. I have no idea, but it something happened. But no, dude, they just don't have what it takes for this team. They really don't. At least not right the way they've been playing. At least they could come out and be a completely whole new Washington football team this week, which I doubt. But yeah, I think it's going to be like 42-21 Tampa Bay.
I like it. Wait, Vic.
That Washington team is a straight shit show. We talked about that defense. My God, they had a fearsome foursome in the front, and you wouldn't even know it anymore. Like, how did they go from top of the NFL to dead last? That's insane. That's all coaching. That's all Ron Rivera. That's all Jack Del Rio. You got to put the blame on them. They definitely don't put their team or their players in the right position. So I don't see them, producing much against Tampa, even though, Antonio Brown isn't playing. They still got Mike Evans. I don't know if Chris Godwin's playing or not.
I don't think it really matter. But
Well, when you look at Leonard Fournette, who's having a great year, you feed him the ball, you feed him often, get into the fourth quarter, and they're going to, they're going to take it. It won't take much for Tampa to win. I don't think they're going to go all out, but even with their foot off the gas, they're still going to put up like 35 points. So, yeah, like I was saying, I got Tampa taking this. For Washington, they might score. I'll give them 13-35. Tampa wins.
it's crazy. They still going to have to pay all them dudes on that defensive line. They're going to have to get rid of like at least two of them.
When you think about Washington, they're used to it. That franchise, that's their history of paying players for no apparent reason because their talent gets wasted or, their talent was already wasted by the time they got there.
Thanks. I agree.
I'm going to go with Tampa on this one because obviously, you still probably got one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And then, like, for example, like, say if
this is where
Antonio
Heineke
Brown
gets his revenge game.
and if, like, say, if Brady doesn't have one of his best wide receivers, he'll have, like someone like Mike Evans, or in this case, if he, obviously his, battery mate Gronk, I think he might be out if I'm not mistaken, or even he might be coming back. And then you got Leonard Fournette, who's kind of going on the rise in recently. But then again, knowing Washington and the shit show that's been going on with that franchise, it's like, yeah, give Taylor Heineke his props, but the fact that they went veteran over someone like Heineke who actually has promise and actually knows how to win games, it just kind of just doesn't really make any sense. But then again, also having a team that had a fearsome defense last year, and then just all of a sudden, just like all the way to this year. But I'm going to have to go 30. I'm going to have to go with 40-17. I mean, it's like because Heineke. Because I think that's it's like Tampa's got this. I mean, there's no way you can beat Tampa.
So pretty much bury them 6 feet under already, and call
I'm
it.
gonna get
You can't put devil's
Heineke at
advocate on this
least
one.
21. He gonna give Tampa Bay at least 21.
Against those linebackers and that defensive line?
Oh, man. Tampa Bay's linebackers have been,
I seen them
in
get
my
in
opinion,
shootouts
kind of
too
meh.
with not so good teams. So I mean,
I feel like they're gonna beat him up. They're gonna beat him up.
I mean, is Gibson playing? Oh, he's still out.
No, he's playing, but they're using J.D. McKissick more because he has that fractured shin.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
been playing
know,
all
man.
season, but
that's a game
I think
changer,
they're going
man.
to be seeing a lot of Vita Vea in the middle, bro. I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to
A
be
lot
able
of
to
it.
go anywhere. I don't think Gibson's going anywhere this game.
Listen, if they bring up a blitz package, it's a wrap. As soon as David gets in the backfield, Heineke ain't got nowhere to run.
Yeah. He's done.
Damn. All right, I'll change it.
Right?
I'm gonna go football team 10, Tampa Bay 37.
I'm just being realistic, bro. It has nothing
I
to
know
do
they
with
got hella pass
Washington.
rushers up there, bro. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I mean, even
really
Levante David is still there. You have to take him into account. They got great linebackers. Like
they got Shaq Barrett, JPP.
Yeah, running the ball is not an option against this defense. So I can't see you putting that all on Taylor Heineke and expecting him to come out with a dub.
And that's why I said Gibson won't be a factor because they're not going to be able to run the ball. Gibson does. That's all he does. He doesn't catch at the backfield. That's McKissick's expertise.
Yeah,
it's weird because he was a former wide receiver, so I don't know why you wouldn't split him out and let him. I mean, go up against linebackers and stuff, but it come down to coaching.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, next game. The Atlanta Falcons travel to Dallas to play the Dallas Cowboys. Who you got, Jordy?
Dallas, because as much as I want the Falcons to win, and I was saying this last week, so hopefully I reverse jinx again, but I say that and then I say I'm not a jinx, but we'll see. As this week goes on, we'll see. But as much as I want the Falcons to win, Dallas is going to want to rebound, and that's what they're going to try to do. It shouldn't be that hard because Atlanta's got no it really doesn't have much of a defense. Pitts is starting to light up, and Gage has been very on and off, but that's about it. Nobody else has really gotten going, and their offense has been very lackluster. And you're facing a Dallas defense with Trayvon Diggs at the first corner spot. No, I'm good. It's going to be a bad game for Atlanta, but it's not going to be that high scoring compared to the other games I've predicted so far.
Only 30-9.
32-17.
Jordy gonna say 41 to 6 or something like that.
Yo, so since we know how Papa's gonna go, let me go before him real quick.
I was gonna say, should we just let me go last because I'm always gonna pick the upset?
Yeah, you could go last. We're gonna go counterclockwise then.
I still would have picked Atlanta anyways.
I'm actually going to go on another hiatus here and say Atlanta.
Yes.
Now, why I say this is because they have a lot of momentum. Cordell Patterson's playing way better than what they thought he would.
Yeah, he's balling over there.
He's doing good. Kyle Pitts is now starting to come into his own.
He's a grown fucking ass man.
That's right.
Put some respect on my man's name.
Trayvon Diggs he's been a little iffy these past couple weeks. He's been giving up some plays. I've told you, Dallas eventually will crumble, and I think that crumble started this past weekend. And I'm still going to ride with it. I think this is going to be one of your major upsets this week. The Atlanta Falcons know who they are. They're not worried about hurting their reputation. We all know about that. Okay. So they have nothing to lose.
Right.
Dallas has everything to lose. And this is the one where I think they just kind of chop them off right at the top. Because this is where that crumble starts, man.
Exactly.
I got Atlanta winning this one close, but I say it's going to be like 23-20 Atlanta.
Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, man. Like when you look at it right now, man, Atlanta's finally getting everything together. Offensively, even though they don't have capital really for the season. Cordell Patterson is an awesome surprise for them. Justin Gage, he's getting into his own. The thing is Atlanta's defense. They ain't got one. That's the big issue. And I hate the fact they got to fucking stand here and be like Cowboys advocate, but like everyone mentioned before, that defeat last week, yeah, that was a tough one for them. That was really bad. They looked horrible. I think they're going to come back this week. Yeah, I think this is what I do think though. It's going to be a close game. It's not going to be like where Dallas is going to come here and just demolish them. Like I said, Atlanta's offense is coming to their own. I think it's going to be pretty close, but I think Dallas ends up winning with a zero line kick. I give Dallas to win 27-24. You're
going to back me on one of these, I promise you.
No, you know what? I was thinking about it.
I'm going to get you back
thinking about it. No, because you know what? When you look at Dallas too, that's the thing. You can go one of two ways because when you look at Dallas right now, they're on a decline. When they lost against Denver, that could be what started out. Dak looks more injured than before. Remember, I told you from the gate when he got injured before that bye week. I think it's more than what they're saying, and you saw it was. You saw he couldn't play well.
Looked like he was injured last week.
Yeah, he got a lot of garbage time points, but that's it. That's where his stats came from. But if you take that away, Dak had a bad game. He didn't look that good. So if you see him going into Atlanta with that, same thing physically, Atlanta might capitalize on that. Even though their defense isn't great, their defense isn't inept. You know what I mean? Like, it's still an NFL defense. They can still get the job done, any given Sunday. So it could be where Dallas comes in here and they experience another loss. And it could be something where it starts to decline because we all know once it gets cold and once December comes around, that's when Dallas starts to crumble. So hopefully, these are little crumbles right now. But, right now, I see Dallas, that defense could bounce back. That's my only thing. And Atlanta's defense is non-existent.
I stole this one for a purpose because guess what? You heard it here first.
Still gotta give it Dallas. But go ahead.
Honestly, I'm going to have to go with EU on this one because and knowing the track record that Dallas has at this time of the year, I think, and going with EU on this one, Atlanta has a lot of momentum going for them. Yes, and I get it. They're known for the team that choked in the Super Bowl. We get that. But unlike Dallas, they have a lot to lose. Because if you saw, and I have to agree with this on Vic with this one, Dak didn't look like what he was because they rushed Dak back way too soon from that calf injury. And, obviously the garbage points is like, it's not good. And the fact that, Matt Ryan probably is decent, despite the fact he's getting up there in age. Kevin, obviously not having Kevin really kind of hurts a little of them, but Cordell Patterson, very huge surprise for them. Kyle Pitts finally coming into his own, kind of what Atlanta spent that first round pick on. I'm going to go 27-20 Atlanta. I mean, it's going to be close.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so I don't know if you know. There's this one kid. I don't know if you know his name. His name's it's on the tip of my tongue. His name's Kyle freaking Pitts. Dude's pretty good at football. I don't know if you've noticed, but dude's pretty freaking good at football. He's good at what he does. I'm taking Atlanta in this. I mean, Dallas should be on a 2 losing streak right now if Kirk Cousins knew how to play football. If Mike Zimmer knew how to coach, they'd be on a 2 losing streak right now. Like everybody was saying, Atlanta's offense, they found their rhythm. Kyle Pitts being Kyle Pitts. Cordell Patterson, he's looking freaking amazing. I mean, who saw this coming out of Cordell Patterson? Yeah, cool. You got you got Calvin Ridley being like, oh, okay, I need to step away with my mental health. That's fine. That's true mental health. Unlike Ben Simmons, But so yeah, that stepped away, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, there goes that." That offense didn't look like it skipped a beat without what's his face? Without Calvin Ridley there. Russell Cage is coming into fruition. The freaking wide receiver 3, he's become a red zone target. I mean, Atlanta's got these weapons. And Vic, you were talking about their defense. Yeah, their defense is kind of meh, but their defense also, that Saints game would not have been close if it wasn't for the refs giving a stupid roughing the passer call, because the linebacker saw the hole and blitzed perfectly. But unfortunately, the linebacker can't tap on the QB shoulder and go, "Excuse me, sir, I need you to sit down. I have sacked you. Please sit down. I'm not allowed to touch you, otherwise the ref will fine me." No. Fucking dude was like, "I got to plant that man's ass into the ground." Boom. Bye, Trevor Siemian. So, yeah. And you also got Young Ho Koo. So, if anybody's going to kick a game-winning field goal, it's going to be that dude.
That's a hoe right there.
Yeah, I want Ho kicking mine.
I just want to hoe. All right, next pick'em. What's the next teams?
All right. I'm going to say this.
Oh, yeah, and also fuck Dallas.
There it is.
It's fuck Dallas, but I'm at
Come
the
on, Rock.
away from what
Come
y'all
on,
talking
Rock.
about. I feel like Dallas this week, they going to whoop Atlanta ass. I got them easily dropping like 40 points on them dudes.
I hope you're wrong.
What happened last week was embarrassing. Bad play calling. Bad decisions like Mike McCarthy always do. They went for it on damn near every fourth down in the first half. So it's like, I mean, and nobody expected the pass rushers to pick up slack since Vaughn left, but I mean, they did. Who knows if they're gonna be able to sustain it, but it worked well against Dallas. I'm happy. But I don't feel like Atlanta has those same dogs on their defense to stop that offense. CeeDee Lamb lines up in the slot a lot. I don't even feel like Atlanta's number one cornerback is a good matchup. So now he's going up against number 3 linebackers, safeties. This is going to be a long day for them dudes. Zeke's starting to come back, but I know he got injured last week. I don't know how serious it is, but, I mean, Pollard and Zeke, they've been a good duo all season. I feel like they bounced back this week, and I feel like they beat Atlanta 34-21.
And don't they get Gallup this week?
Yeah, I think Gallup coming back too.
I hope you're wrong, Brock.
And then what was it? I think their guy that they had before, I think it was Reynolds, I want to say. Number 1, I know that's his number 1. Like, he's been having a decent season too for a third receiver.
Cedric Wilson.
And Cedric Wilson, he's had a good year for a third receiver.
He's tough. I like him, man. He like.
Now when you look at it, yeah, they go 4 wide. That's heavy competition right there.
Yeah, but ultimately, guys, that's the thing. You're talking offense. We've never, ever doubted their offense. The only thing we've ever doubted was their consistency on defense. And we all know defensively, they don't fucking hold up. And you saw them crumble last week, and you'll continue to see them crumble. That's what I'm talking about. They don't bounce back. Dallas is not one of those teams like they just bounce back easy. They don't do that. Usually when they fall a little bit before they get back up.
To your point, AK, like the good thing about the
best pass rusher, Randy Gregory.
Who's that?
Yeah, Gregory's going too. I was going to say
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they lost Gregory. So I mean, you got rid of Smith, you lost Gregory, now you only got Parsons. It's like, what are you going to do? Eventually, it's all going to crumble. And
Parsons an animal, though.
Yeah, but he's one guy. He's only one of 11.
Right.
Yeah, but to your credit, AK, the one thing that Atlanta has that Dallas doesn't have is Arthur Smith, their head coach. He can devise a game plan to pick apart that Dallas defense. Like I said, it can go 1 of 2 ways. I think Dallas will take it, you know what I mean? But I could very well see, Atlanta having a good game coming out early and Dallas defense not knowing what to do with that offense. Like, they could be confused all day.
And Vic, what did I tell you a couple of weeks back whenever before the season started? I said, listen, we're going to find out what that offense meant to Tennessee. Was it Arthur Smith that made that, or was it truly Derrick Henry? And I think you're starting to see the fall off of Tennessee's offense, and you're starting to see Atlanta pick theirs up, and you're starting to see, no, Arthur Smith can fucking coach.
Oh, no, I knew it was all Arthur Smith. When he got that job, it was, like I said, they got the right guy. It's just if they can bring that defense together, Atlanta could be a real scary team. Like, eventually they're going to move off of Matt Ryan. And, whoever they get, they're going to end up drafting. That's going to be Arthur Smith's guy. Look out. But especially if they get a guy, at quarterback, it's a wrap. They get that defense working. They have a decent quarterback, man. Atlanta will be a scary team for years to come.
They should have drafted a quarterback this year, to be honest.
Definitely, they should not go after Pitts. Whatever talent he had, they shouldn't have even thought of him. A quarterback should have been the first thing on their mind for Matt Ryan, to have him under 1 year. Even probably start him, as the year goes on, because we've seen he's had some issues this year. You could have had a quarterback work with him, and right now Atlanta would have been looking great for the next 10 years.
And I mean, look what Arthur Smith did in Atlanta, bro. He knew what made him successful in Tennessee, and that was Derrick Henry. So what does he do? He goes out and gets the next best Derrick Henry he can think of, and that's Cordell Patterson. He's a big dude. He's hard to bring down, and he made him into a halfback. He wants to be a halfback, and now look at him. He's shining like a diamond right now.
Could you imagine if they got Justin Fields?
That would have been
even
good.
with the line as bad. That line isn't as bad as Chicago.
Exactly.
Fields could do something with that.
That's what ruined my mock draft because I had Fields going to the Atlanta Falcons, and I was pissed.
Yeah, Fields on Atlanta would have been crazy.
Even if they would have drafted Fields, he probably would have been sitting behind Matt Ryan this year anyway. So, I mean, it would.
But I feel like he would have been starting by now because of how bad he was playing. He would have probably been starting by now.
I mean, but is he really even playing bad? He can't really move like how. I mean, he never really was fast or nothing like that. But he can't really move too much. But I mean, he been making it work with what he got.
He's shifting the pocket.
Now. I mean,
he's shifty.
Yeah, they need more O-line help than anything, I'd say. Like,
yeah, I think O-line.
We all know that Matt Ryan he can't chase down a cheeseburger. Like he's not going
blown away by the fact that they said Kyle Pitts shouldn't have been picked.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
All I'm saying is there were 3 mistakes.
The whole thing about it is you gotta get your offensive line to protect this man because he can't run. Like if you expect Matt Ryan to run, you've already lost.
You've already lost this fight.
It could have been worse than Big Ben running. I mean,
all right, moving on.
It depends. If there's a female, Big Ben's running.
I was going to say, Big Ben turns into Lamar Jackson in that situation.
Don't do that to my guy, yo. That's crazy.
But wouldn't that be Deshaun Watson, not Lamar Jackson?
Yeah. Well, where do you think Deshaun learned?
Mic drop. Oh, wow. Anyway, moving on.
Allegedly.
He
also allegedly had how many masseuses?
21. How many masseuses do you need, man? You get that one and you like, yeah, that's my guy.
Bro, no lie, my guy would be like a 300-pound Asian, so no.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever team Deshaun Watson goes
you feel me? Like, get those big ass Asian hands, massage that shit out. That way, no questions are ever asked.
I'd rather risk the charges. I would rather risk the charges.
Get the waivers out there. But yeah, moving on though.
Nah.
Oh my god.
How can you move on from that? No. Let's go.
The New Orleans Saints travel to Tennessee to face the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh.
Who you got winning and why, Jody?
This one's tough.
That's a tough game.
Because as much as they're missing Derrick Henry, maybe they'll figure out that they've got talented receivers this week. I've been asking for like 4 weeks now. Figure it out. You've got Julio Jones and A.J. Brown.
That's why they haven't figured it out. You've been saying it.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Julio got to stay healthy.
They traded for Julio, and then you don't use him. Hello. And
hello.
The Saints are and you messed up my flow. But
good. Fuck you.
Wow. I see how it is. Don't make me reveal our official mascot.
Hey, obviously,
They already know the official
obviously,
mascot.
though, bro, it's not that hard because we have Miles Sanders and we never used him, so them not using Julio Jones isn't a surprise. I mean,
It's
But like I said, he's always hurt. I mean, that's why they don't use it for the most part because he's always having hamstring issues.
anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah.
No, it's good. But and on the other side, the Saints are trying to figure out what's going on at quarterback. And as long as they don't throw Book into the fire, I don't care what happens with them. Everybody's hurt on that team, and they look like we did a year or two ago. So
why you got so much sympathy for Book, Dirty? Let him
he
get his
is
ass
my
in there.
Notre Dame guy. He is
He
the
doesn't
most
want him to
winningest
get-
quarterback
yeah.
in Irish history.
Let him get his ass in there and take some of
No.
them hits.
I'm not putting him in a system in a situation that he's not ready for.
Who
That
are
is
the-
not built for
Oh,
a running
Ian-
quarterback.
Did the Saints get Ian Book?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I wanted the Eagles to get him so bad.
That offense is not built for a rushing quarterback. They're a year out from Drew Brees. Winston's not mobile either, at least not to the extent of most other guys in the league. So throwing a mobile quarterback in there that's got very good instincts is not going to work. And at the
I
end
feel
of the
like
day,
he's scared he's gonna be a bust.
They did it with
I'm
Taysom
not.
Hill.
Yeah, if he was a man, he'd
Taysom
be in
Hill's
there.
everything but a quarterback.
Yeah, but they still use the running quarterback though. They still know how to do it.
At least he's man enough to play.
Right. He
Okay,
ain't hiding on the
we're
bench
really
like
gonna
a
go
little hoe,
there.
Jody.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Don't worry, we'll see how Penn State's doing at the end of the year. Then we'll talk.
Why? Why you gotta go there, Jordy? What I do to you?
They'll be
Don't I
better
big up
than
the
you.
Irish? I big
They
up the
are
Irish. Why you
not.
hurting my? You coming at my heart right now?
Hey.
Yo, let me put it this way. At the end of the year, if we make a bowl game, we'll win ours. At least you'll lose yours.
No, we won't.
You want to bet?
Yeah, I
You
will.
guys
I will
always
bet.
fucking choke.
I'm sorry. I want to see you play Alabama at the top of their game.
Oh,
in
boo,
2018 and
freaking
2020.
ew.
I want to see you do that. And let me see you score
Also,
as much as
I like how
do
you
against
also
Alabama.
AK.
Yo.
They're already in a bowl game. They've got 6 wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Win it now.
Okay.
No,
You said
Jordy's
if they
scared
make a
Ian-
bowl game,
Jordy's
whenever.
just
Okay.
scared Ian Book gonna be a bust. It's cool.
Nah, I think he would be good if they start him. Actually, I think
mean,
under
he
Sean
probably
Payton, he's
would.
probably had enough time. You know, you're not gonna know what you got in him unless you got him on the field.
He got at least
You
get
know,
his feet wet.
you know,
Imagine it. Yeah, imagine if that kid if that kid can take that offense and control that offense, especially with the receiving talent that they have.
They
You know,
started
you have
Travis
Alvin Kamara.
Simeon over him. That's how you
I
know they
would.
don't believe in him.
The kid got a better arm than Simeon.
You probably do. He's not showing them enough in practice though for them to put him in the game.
Yeah, no, I
Sure,
like
or they could just be sitting on the kid. That's all it is. They could just sit on him.
Or like they said on Taysom Hill, had him playing tight end his first
Yeah, but
like
he was
15
good.
years.
Nah, I like Book, man, and Jordy
I
knows.
like him
I'm just
too.
and Jordy knows I'm just giving him a rough time. I respect Notre Dame.
I don't. I'm a Penn State
I'm about to say
fan.
I don't.
So,
No, I'm a Penn State fan too, man. I respect him. I mean, I grew up with Rudy and shit. That was part of my childhood.
He just went right to the heart.
I know, right? Like it just lives with me a little bit. But other than that, though, no.
I know we a little off
still-
topic, but y'all remember those UFC Notre Dame game years when Brady
Yeah.
Quinn was there?
Yeah.
Matt
Hell
Ryan
yeah.
and Reggie Bush. Yo, they used to get it in every year.
Yes. Yep.
Every year.
Did they have the Thomas
Always
twins
go
up
down
there?
to the
One of the
wire.
Thomas twins?
That was a good rivalry back in the I ain't gonna even say back in the day. But
well, yeah, I was kind of a little bit young to remember that.
As long
What was
as
it?
nobody brings
2000s,
up-
early
Wow, it
2000s?
make me feel old.
As long as nobody brings up a certain play around that decade, we're good.
Who was
Talking
that
about
quarterback?
QB that had an
That little
imaginary girlfriend.
frosted tip quarterback?
Nope, that's not what I mean.
Oh,
Jimmy
Brady
Clausen?
Yo, you can't
Yeah, I was
just beat
thinking
him
Boston.
like
I'm not
that
thinking
and then
of
just
that.
let it go.
I'm not
I'm about to
thinking of
just
that.
look up every single player on that.
Well, you only had
2000
Quinn was
Notre
probably the
Dame
biggest
roster.
appointment out of all of them. And then you had
talking
Deshaun
about
Kaiser.
Jimmy
Not
Clausen.
Kaiser. Are we talking about Kaiser?
No, I'm talking about a play from a USC running back, a certain USC running back.
Oh, you talking
Reggie
about
Bush?
Reggie beat y'all in overtime?
I'm talking about the Bush push.
Oh,
Yep, Bush. Yeah.
When he jumped
Yo.
over like 3 people head.
I got
Is
it.
it finally time to say, give that guy his credit, give him his records back, give him his Heisman back?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. How many people are out there, like, right now that they don't even know about, but now when you talk to those players, they tell you how much money they got from boosters or how much money they got from a car dealer or whatever. They got a job or they didn't even go. They just got paid for it. There isn't just one. There isn't a few. Pretty much all the NFL players that you see right now, unless, the guys that are really well off, they've all taken money. They've all taken money. They've all been given something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Eric
know.
Dickerson was pulling up in every fancy car in college.
Yo,
You know
he
they
was just made set of as an example. That's all that was. They used Reggie Bush as an example so people would stop doing it, and that's messed up. Because you know what? He wasn't the only one. Everybody
Well, it's
acts like he's
crazy.
the only one. No, everyone was doing it. He just got caught.
But the
Yeah.
NCAA could, they could profit off your likeness and profit off everything you've done, going in the future, perpetuity forever, and you not get a penny from that. That's not right. You're making millions off of me. You're selling these jerseys because me and the guys on the team, not because of the actual school, because no one's going to cheer for a school because of their academics. no one's tuning in for the scholastic scrimmage. You know what I mean? We're only tuning in for the football, for the basketball. Yeah, like no one cares about that.
$10 million a year.
Yeah, if that was the case, Harvard be racking in money year in and year out.
Maybe roiding it out.
No lie, without sports, bro, people would be like, "Fuck college."
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I know someone who was close to a college locker room back in the early 2000s, and it was
People.
guys would get checks after games for good performances. I mean, there was boosters linked to every single program and every single player, whether you like it or not.
Facts.
Boosters are out there and they're crazy because I'm not trying to pay no kid money for playing the game. I went to the school. Oh well. I'm not doing all that.
Hold on.
Man, I wish I could get paid for playing football.
Yeah.
So
We won the New Orleans game. That was the last one we left off on.
Oh yeah. And then we started talking about
College football, Reggie
Notre
Bush.
Dame quarterback. Oh, all right. Let's who turn was it? I don't know.
I think
I don't even think we started. I think it's just straight up Jordy.
Yeah,
No, I
Jordan's the
think
first to
AK
start.
went, right? Or did you? I thought AK went.
No, it's
I don't think
Jordan
anybody
I didn't
started.
go.
I don't know. We had to talk about
Jordy
Simmons,
never
so
got the finish, man.
But he started.
Yeah, matter of fact, that's right, because he took out my heart. That's why we all got lost.
Oh yeah.
So basically, blame Vic.
Go ahead.
Silent but deadly.
Finish
Silent
your
but deadly.
statement, Jordy.
So, all in all, I'm going to take this game 31-12.
Jesus Christ.
God damn. For who? Tennessee?
Do you have a close game? Like,
Hey.
Sheesh.
You ain't even giving Alvin Kamara the benefit of the doubt.
The
Man,
Saints.
so you're going with either everyone's going to be really good this week and everyone else is going to be really fucking
Wait, do you want
shitty.
me to give the Saints 17? Does that make you happy?
A little bit.
I just want to know if there's going to be a close game.
I mean,
Vegas
you
is
still got to
watching
take
this
account
like
for their, you still got to take account for their defense. They still got fucking playmakers on that team. I mean, damn. Like, you just counting everyone out at that point.
But that offense is bad with
You got to
Simmons.
score, and
They got
half their guys are hurt.
That's true, AK.
Yeah, but it is Sean Payton, though, too, man. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
What happened last week?
Everybody has a bad week.
Oh, no.
2 weeks ago.
I don't got to go
Trevor
too far.
Simeon.
Goddamn Trevor Simeon throwing the football.
You can,
Now
you
that
can only
I
polish up a turd so much.
And you
No,
see
I
what that
agree.
Tennessee defense did to the Rams. It's gonna be a tough outing for Simeon this week.
Papa's
Go ahead,
next. Oh, I thought Papa was next.
Go ahead, Pablo.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans. The main reason why is because fuck the Colts. Next.
Go ahead, AK.
Okay. Sorry. I couldn't unmute myself for some reason. I guess they don't want my
Here,
opinion.
hit Alt F4 real quick.
No. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a lot closer than what Jordy thinks. But yeah, no, Trevor Siemian, he's trash. We all know that. I don't. If the Saints pull this off, it's because of the run game. But yeah, I don't have the Saints winning this, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be 24-17.
I like it. Go ahead, Vic.
It's looking bad for the Saints right now. That quarterback situation is tough. Who would ever thought that, the biggest loss of the season would be Jameis Winston?
That shit
You know
was
what I mean?
tough when Jameis was in there, though. To be honest, too.
Yeah, man. Like he could do all the little practice he can, little hip swaggle, but it ain't gonna translate on the field as much. But like we all said, like if the Saints run the ball well and effectively, between Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara, that's something that can work out because their defense is pretty good. But at the same time, if the Saints offense is 3-and-out, that defense can only last for so long. And we all know that Tennessee's built to, go against the run. They're a run team themselves. They're going to continue to run with Nichols and with Adrian Peterson. So it's a tough task for New Orleans. I don't see them winning this game at all. I don't think it's going to be that much of a margin between the two. I'll give Tennessee 24, New Orleans 17.
My dog.
Yeah,
Philly.
I'm going to go with Vic on this one because I kind of feel like
what the fuck?
But I'm going to have to go with Tennessee on this one because
I started it.
Because here's the thing. Yes, you lost Derrick Henry, but you have other guys so you can make up for that. And Ryan Tannehill, still probably a decent quarterback in his own right. And with the Saints having that quarterback problem that they're having, but they still have good players like Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara. I mean, even though Michael Thomas is out, he's a good wide receiver that they have. I'm going to go to – I think this is going to be it's tough, man. I think we have to go 24-17 Titans.
Congrats.
Yeah.
You win
I'm going to just say, can't nobody – I don't even think in the NFL make up for the production of Derrick Henry. But, I mean, they brought Adrian Peterson in. Hopefully
Still surprised by
by
how long he's lasted in this league.
Hopefully he can hold
he's
up
the
for
Vince
him,
Carter
man.
of the league.
He's trying to be
Lord.
a Frank Gore.
Oh yeah,
Nah.
bring Frank and take it.
You can't match him. Yo, do you know he's fighting? Does everyone know this?
Yeah,
Is this
he's
news?
fighting
That's been
Joron
all
Williams,
everywhere.
He's fighting the former Atlanta guard.
What?
Yeah.
He's
A
fighting
guard?
Joron Williams.
Frank Gore got to make that money, bro.
But are they like close weight right? Like why is like talking about an NFL guard? So I'm already thinking on my
not
head
an
he's
NFL
probably
guard.
6'8".
No, not an NFL guard. He's fighting a former NBA player, Joron Williams.
Yeah, he's fighting Darren Williams.
Wait, we're talking about same Darren Wells from University of Illinois playing with the Nets. The Nets, excuse me.
Utah.
Yeah, the one that
He
played
went with the Nets. Yeah, he was with the Nets before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Williams about to get
That's
knocked the
wrong.
fuck out. Yeah, he's soft too. Oh no.
He probably
Yeah,
gonna whoop Frank Gore.
Wait, how tall is this guy?
Darren Williams.
I want to say he's like 6'3", 6'4".
How
Yeah,
the fuck is this 5'6" dude fighting a 6'4" guy?
Frank Gore.
yeah, but Frank Gore's like Mike Tyson. He's stocky.
Yeah, but he's 6'4". How the fuck you gonna hit him in the face?
Close to 6 feet.
No,
Yeah, these celebrity matches are wild because they don't take like the weight and height
I
because
thought
They
Frank
just
Gore
get
was
two
like
popular
5'6".
people and go fight.
Darren
that
Williams is
Mayweather fight
6'3".
against what is it, the Paul kid? That was pretty wild. Mayweather ain't that tall, but he was still giving him the business. But again, you got to take in height into effect sometimes in these matches.
But you seen Nate Robinson get in there and get knocked the fuck out.
Yo, R.I.P. to Nate. Did he even get up yet? Has anyone checked up on him since? We all talking about it, but no one ever checks if he's okay.
Yeah, that man's still lying there. Hold up, let me Google
Yo,
this. Nate Robinson.
he has so much credit going in. Like he was one of the little mighty mouses. He killed it when he was in the league. All that got washed away by one punch.
I mean, so
One
far,
punch.
this fight is
Yo, he's a walking meme right now.
Vic, right now it's a 4-inch difference between the two of them. Darren Williams is 6'3".
But what's the weight?
5'9".
The weight, right? But Gore's probably heavier, right?
Yeah, he heavier than him.
Yeah, Gore got
I
put
don't
on
know.
some weight.
Darren Williams a little
he's
big too,
stocky.
though.
Nah, but he lanky.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. 5'9" to 6'3". That's a huge.
Darren Williams give me them Drake vibes. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like, he got that Drake
huge
vibe.
height difference,
Like
though,
he
man.
sings
Pretty
when he
boy
boxes.
Vic.
Yeah,
Like-
he
like-
sings too much.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's a huge height difference, man. 5'9" to 6'3".
Yeah, but
Like-
Frank Gore weighs 212 pounds at 5'9".
He's a meatball.
Yeah, Vic, I don't know if I haven't gotten any news. I didn't see any news saying of Nate Robinson of late after that fight.
See? Nate
And
still
Darren Williams
sleeps.
is-
Because
is-
of that.
And Darren Williams is an even 200 pounds.
Look at
Frank Gore
that. Yeah,
heavier
Frank's a little stocky guy.
I can't wait to see that fight.
That's gonna be funny as hell.
I know, man. I can't wait to see how that turns out.
Nah, it's gonna be lopsided. You can tell. Someone's gonna get
Next
punched
time
up
on
a lot.
Dragon Ball
Someone's gonna get lumped up.
Yeah, someone, but we don't know who. That's why I'm interested to see.
I'm gonna put all my money on Frank right now.
too.
Yo, if this
Well,
is
they're
all
valid.
a FanDuel, get on it.
Yeah, but I gotta take reach into account and all that shit though too.
Yeah.
Once
How
you get
shifty-
too close,
how shifty
especially
he
with
is.
people. Nah, but when they're inexperienced boxers, they get too close, and that's where Frank Gore comes in. If you're a little
but
too
if they
close,
train
he's gonna
him
eat up that
bro,
body.
If they
Just
train,
knock
if
him
they
out.
train him right though, he might get successful. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing you didn't know
Anything
about
but-
Darren Williams. He has trained in combat sports,
Uh,
and he is a
That's
part
the
owner
difference.
of a MMA gym in Dallas.
Oh, snap.
Mm,
oh shit.
Oh,
and every basketball player wants to be a rapper.
That's about to be
Yeah.
a good jump.
It's supposed to be like a 4-round.
You don't want to beat up the owner of the gym.
But yeah, it's a
Frank Gore
4-round
just
bout,
keep-
but
Frank Gore
it's
needs to
contracted to be
sit his ass
at least
down,
215 pounds for 4 rounds.
And when is that? That's this weekend, though, right?
I think so.
December 18th for the Jake
Oh,
Paul.
it's
man,
December.
that's what-
Damn.
Yeah, but mark your calendar, people, because I'm gonna be watching that one.
So am I.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next game. The Jaguars play the Colts in Indianapolis. Who you got winning, Jordy?
As much as I want to say the Colts, or as much as I want to say the Jaguars win, I got to take the Colts because the Colts are just a more put together team. T.Y. Hilton may actually be back this week and actually get looked at to get targets. Pittman's still going off. I mean, you still got some other guys that can be useful in that pass game behind them, like Campbell in the slot. Jonathan Taylor's been going off, kind of under the radar, kind of not. Depends
Under the
on who you
radar,
ask.
he been going stupid.
It depends on who you ask, though, because in some places nobody talks about it. But
Right, that's true. It's because he in Indy.
yeah, but
He's been doing
ultimately,
that for like the New York Giants or LA Chargers or whatever. He would have been recognized, but
yeah.
he over there in Indy. Ain't nothing over there for real.
But ultimately, all we care about is Wentz plays 100% because he's only got to play through week 13 for the expected snaps to be good for getting us a first round pick. Please, because we need it.
When they win this game, they get back to 500.
Yeah, and at this point, that pick's probably going to end up being a mid to late round first.
Facts.
All right, we can trade
with
it for a high. All else fails, we trade it for a high second because there's not really that many linebackers of use there that really should be picked high in the first. There's a lot of good DBs on the board in the second, but they're playing Jacksonville. They just had a big week, but here's the hangover: it's going to hit them like a brick wall, and it's happened in many different cases over the last couple of weeks in football, and this is going to be another one. And sadly, Josh Allen isn't going to have another big game where he gets an interception and a strip sack.
Yeah, that's rare. Go ahead, Sora.
Alrighty. So, let me straighten up my back real quick. All right. Let me tell you something.
Oh, no.
Jordy. The power of the coochie works. Because ever since that video of Urban Meyer getting grinded on, that man is 2-1.
I hope nobody hears that out of context.
Yeah, right.
It's too late. He already said
that man is
That's
too.
true.
Clip it. I don't care. That man is 2-1. Let me tell you, it works. Urban Meyer's been coaching like a maniac right now. He's 2-1 ever since that video. Josh Allen, he's good at football. He's just good at football. He may not have a monster game like last time, but he's still good at football. Trevor Lawrence, yeah, whatever. No, man. I don't know, man. Colts, will they win it? Probably. But let me tell you, man. Not if Urban Meyer wants another lap dance, they won't. Carry on.
All right, man.
Oh, hell.
Well,
I'm just here to cause havoc.
I don't know how I got stuck behind this man.
You joined in later.
I was definitely in here before you.
You definitely weren't.
I was in the back room since 9:40, so unless you were there before 9:40, then
Yeah, I definitely was.
Anywho.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. I'm
Hate the game, not the player.
My
You're
co-host,
so-
everybody.
You are definitely something. No, I have to say, man, I'm going with Jacksonville on this too, but not on any of those terms at
What?
all. Listen, they have actually pretty decent wide receivers in Jacksonville. You know, they're not great, but they work. Trevor Lawrence seems to be coming into his own. You know, in Jacksonville, he's feeling a little more comfortable now that he's got some games under his belt. Urban Meyer seems to be more comfortable. Don't go.
Why is that AK? Why is that AK? Please tell me why that
I
is.
can't be the only one that thought that.
Don't go anywhere further with that. But you know, so
The evidence.
listen,
presents itself.
you got shut the fuck up. So you got Carson Wentz over here. Listen, I go against this man every week. I don't want him to win. I just want him to play. Okay, that's all that matters to me because I would prefer that draft pick to be a little lower. So, listen, Ty has not been healthy. Yeah, I know he's coming back, but that doesn't mean he'll be available the whole game. I understand their defense is really good. Taylor's good, but dude, I think Josh Allen's going to sack Carson like 3 times, man. I think Carson's going to have a hard day against this Jacksonville defense. I won't lie. They probably will run the ball, but if they can limit them to running the ball instead of passing it, then they might be able to rip this one off. You know,
I don't even think they want him running the ball, AK. Jonathan Taylor been going the heck off.
yeah. So I think this is going to be a little bit harder than what
I'd rather him put
Jordan
it in Carson's hands. At
Yeah.
least you know he's going to probably make a mistake.
right? Something, man. They have a game plan, and I think it's going to be Jacksonville pulling this one off, dude. And, you know,
Sheesh.
yeah, I'm going to say 17-14 Jacksonville.
Oh, y'all acting up tonight. Go ahead, Vic.
So is Meyer.
That's only because I'm against Wentz, dude. Like I said, I don't care if he plays. I just don't want him winning.
All I'm saying is if Jacksonville does pull this out, I want that clip surfacing. Just know where it came from and why Jacksonville won.
I apologize, everyone.
I don't apologize at all.
He was dropped on his head as a child.
I was.
He's usually not like this.
Yeah. This is his special night.
The Gators may have sent him over the edge tonight.
He should be wearing his leather helmet right now, but he's not.
Florida man talking about Urban Meyer.
He also should be wearing his hot dog costume.
Go ahead, Vic.
Nah, Urban Meyer is so glad that John Gruden's such a fucking idiot. Because, he was the talk for a while. You know, him finger blasting co-eds in Kentucky or wherever the hell he was at. You know, they've been going for 2 ever since. But I don't think it's enough for them. You know what I mean? Like they play a little better. You know, the defense has gotten some looks. Allen, you know, he's a beast, but he's lost on that defense. I mean, he had one good game against Buffalo. They caught him on a down week. Going up against the Colts, man, that defense is special. That Colts defense is something else. And then when we talked about the offense, you know, enough can't be said about Jonathan Allen in this year. You know, at the beginning of the season, I stepped on him. You know, I thought maybe that run he had last season at the end of the year was a fluke. I focus on more what he did in the beginning of the season. But you know, he took on that what he did last year at the end of the year, and he brought it on to this season. He's been playing like a beast. Oh, last week he had a 83-yard run, or that was the Sunday night game. He had an 83-yard run, killing it left and right, man, on all aspects of the game. You know, they got Najee Hines. He's another guy out there doing this thing, and he's the backup. You know, the receivers, you know, we all talked about it. T.Y. might be coming back. If they do, that'd be great. That's icing on the cake. If not, Michael Pittman is just beasting it this season, too. You know, Carson's looked better. A lot of people can't say that, you know, Carson was the issue with Philly now. It looks like whatever the problems were in Philly, it didn't really have much to do with him, let's be honest. But going into this game against Jacksonville, like everyone was saying, Jordy was saying, you know, the win ratios, the point ratios gonna be, you know, off. Like, but I can see this being another blowout. I won't give them that blowout score, but I'll say 32-14. You know, Colts will win it.
Well, hey, real quick before he goes, dude, I got to get going here. I appreciate you guys having me on. This is a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah,
And I'm going to leave by saying this. If I'm fucking right, I'm a genius. On all these I've said so far. And I hope they all come through because that'd be awesome. So,
Jets,
all right, guys,
I just hope Jacksonville comes
Appreciate
true.
you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, man, have a good one.
Oh Lord.
Furious 5.
All right. I mean, going on to what AK said, and God, just getting caught off guard by what Papa Sora had to say.
It's factual evidence, my guy.
But yeah, I mean, T.Y. Hilton might be a little bit off since he's coming back from an injury. Carson Wentz looked like he doesn't look like the problems that were ruining Philly were not even on him. I mean, he's been playing well. I mean, this entire Colts team has been playing pretty decently, and you know, obviously, Jacksonville. I mean, I'll give them benefit of the doubt. Obviously, catching Buffalo all in a bad week. Unfortunately, I mean, at this point, I mean, I'm going to have to give this to the Colts. I say 20. I say 30-7.
I'm gonna say even though Jacksonville beat Buffalo this week, they only put up 9 points. I mean, you ain't gonna fly like that every week. So I'm gonna go Colts 41, Buffalo 17. I mean, Jacksonville 17. I mean, that's accordingly, I guess. All right, the Lions versus the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. Who y'all got winning this a while? Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah.
This is a trap game.
The Steelers, even though this is a trap game, Detroit is throwing to Amon-Ra St. Brown, Raymond, Hawkinson, Swift, and then a bunch of Walmart workers are most of the rest of the lineup.
No, we did some Walmart workers now. That was our receiving core a couple of years ago.
I like Walmart workers. They help you out with everything.
Right?
But yeah, Detroit is the best. It was the best 0-16 team, and this year they could be the best 0-17 team in league history. And they're playing a Pittsburgh team who their offense runs mostly through Najee Harris, which
solely.
Who would have thought that a team that relied only on the receivers and had no run game and was one-dimensional because Big Ben, and not only that, Big Ben couldn't throw more than 5 yards. Now they run the ball, and they're only one-dimensional because they run the ball because Big Ben has no arm. Who would have thought? But Now they barely throw the ball to their receivers. Washington's had a down year. Claypool's had a down year. Juju's had everybody who catches passes has had a down year besides Najee Harris. Najee is their whole offense. So if you stop him, you stop their offense. I don't think Detroit can even do that. I think the best chance they have is just throwing both the Okwara twins at Harris and going, "Hey, have fun." Let's see how you guys can do this. But at the end of the day, that's not enough to stop him. And not only that, Pitt's got a good defense. So it's game over before it even starts. I'm going to have to go 38-20.
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Yeah, Pittsburgh or Detroit winning.
I got Pitt.
Najee Harris averaging like 14 targets a goddamn game. That's insane, bro.
His rushing yards ain't that much. He'll have like 20 touches for like 60 yards.
But he's catching like 9 to 10 passes a goddamn game, bro. He really he's a offense.
He's a fantasy marvel, but in real life, when you look at him, it's like, yo, he's having a shit season.
That's because their team suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. Go ahead, sir.
What is he gonna say now?
Oh, I didn't realize you were waiting on me. I completely. Okay, listen. It's real easy for the Lions to win. All the Okwara twins got to do, right, is they just got to have like Summer Rae taped to their helmet. You know, Big Ben's got boom. Done. Easy. Big Ben's out the equation. And then you just got to double Najee Harris. Bada bing, bada boom. Lions win. Next.
Go ahead, Philly.
Unfortunately, I'm going to hate it. I'm going to have to go with Pittsburgh on this one. Detroit is absolute dog shit. I mean, their ownership doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Jared Goff, I mean, you see it from us. Like, we destroyed the living crap out of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went 0-17. I mean, with Pittsburgh, the only option you're going to go to is Najee Harris, and the final score I'm going to have is 20-7. Plain and simple.
Go ahead, Vic.
Y'all are hating on my guy, Motor City Dan Campbell. Come on. MCDC's about to get these guys their first win. Pittsburgh is in shambles. Like we talked about it before, man. Najee Harris, yes, he is their offense. But again, when you look at his stats, they're not that great. He'll get 14 receptions, but he'll have 20 touches, like I said, like 60-some yards, maybe a touchdown, and he'll get a lot of passes out the backfield because, again, he's probably their best receiver. I think he's their most targeted receiver. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, which is horrible. But, yeah, when you look at the Lions, yeah, they're a bad team, but they can still run the ball. The defense can still keep up, at least with Pittsburgh. They can still keep up because if Pittsburgh is one-dimensional, that only helps out a defense like Detroit. You know, that's half the battle for them. So all they have to do is focus on Najee Harris. And I think, like I said, it's doable. It's very doable. I honestly believe that this is going to be their first win. I got Detroit taking this out, man. 21 to Pittsburgh's 10.
Upset alert. I agree. I feel like Detroit going to win this game, man. Detroit been playing scrappy, except for the games. I mean, the Eagles game when we destroyed them. Every other team, when they go up against a team that's like has a good record or a good team, they've been playing them close. The Steelers, like you said, if you neutralize Najee Harris, they really have nothing because Ben can't get the football down the field. And he can't move. He can't evade tackles anymore. So I don't even know if Detroit trying to win. They probably win this game by accident, to be honest. I'm going to go 21-17 Detroit. Next game. This might be a good one, too.
Real quick, before we get in the next game, I would just like to say, I got to head out. It's been fun. Y'all are safe from the rest of the chaotic energy.
Yeah, I'm about to head out too.
Hope I didn't get you demonetized.
Hey,
Nah,
Sora.
you good, bro.
What?
I ain't even at that stage yet. So
Sorry, don't go too crazy. We got a podcast this weekend.
Bro, what was funny was I haven't even had anything to drink. This is just me.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
Don't you shake your head of disapproval at me, Vic.
Hey, you can't see my head. I was doing the same thing.
See? Great minds, great minds.
I mean,
Yeah.
live life,
Wait.
bro.
No, that's a lie. I only have one. Never mind. All right, that's the point. All right.
Appreciate you.
All right, man. I'm going.
Hey, brother.
I told you, Rock, I'm always here closing it down with you.
Yes, sir. I'm surprised Dirty ain't dipped yet.
Right?
Hey, it's the one night where I don't have to sleep at 11:30 at night.
All right, the Cleveland Browns travel to New England to face the New England Patriots. Who you got winning and why, Jordy?
The Browns. The Patriots are a good team, but Cleveland needs to rebound from the last couple of games. Who is a good opponent to do that and uses a stepping stone? The Patriots. They've been playing very up and down this season. Mac Jones has been doing good. There's a lot of good of having so many veterans on that team with him and a little bit of moving parts here and there, and it's working. Except Aguilar's not. But I won't say anything about him because that will get way off topic. All I'll say is Aguilar still sucks. Raiders may have been lightning in a bottle, but he is moving the ball very well with only a couple receivers, and that defense is still good. But this is Cleveland. They're going to want to rebound now that OBJ is left. That moves guys like Donovan Peoples-Jones into a better position. Kareem Hunt was ruled out, so we've got the former AAF player himself playing running back. I'm hoping he destroys anybody in his path for this game because I just want to see him do it. And let's hope Owusu-Koramoah goes off because I'm waiting for one big game, and that's just one more big game I can be happy about from a Notre Dame alumni.
That's love. Go ahead, Vic.
I'm going to give up the upset. I like New England. I like their defense a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
That kid, Judon, he's a beast. And, I see Cleveland, they're coming in hurt. Chubb's not playing, Hunt's not playing. What was the other backup that they had there? I forgot his name. I want to say Donovan People, but that's their wide receiver. But, they're third string. They're down. So now, we got Johnson. He's a very good running back. He's a physical running back, but he's all they got. And, you're going up against a defensive master, Belichick. And I'm pretty sure, he could neutralize that rushing attack. Now, my biggest problem with Cleveland is Baker Mayfield. I mean, when you see the talent that they have at receiver, and he wasn't able to, to get them the ball, I don't see him doing much this week. I think that's going to be the downfall. I think New England's going to come in with a defensive game plan, and they're going to hold it down on the offensive side. Their offense is struggling right now, but Mac Jones, he's the best of all the rookies right now. He's looking poised back there. He got Jacoby Myers, that's his possession guy. He moves the chains. Harris, I don't think is going to be playing this week. I'm pretty sure he isn't. He's still under concussion protocol, but they got Bolden playing, and Bolden's been getting some looks as of late, and he's been looking decent. They have another one. I want to say it's J.J. Taylor. I think that's their fourth running back.
You talking about? You talking about New England, right?
Yeah. I think it's J.J. Taylor.
They got Ramondre Stevenson too.
I don't think he's playing though. I think he's on concussion protocol too.
Oh, he out? Damn.
Yeah, so they're down to their fourth and fifth running backs. But again, Bolden's been able to do it in the past, and like I said, he had some time last week, and he looked decent. If they can work it out with the rushing attack, yeah, man, I think New England can pull this out. It's going to be a close game, but I'll give it to New England 17-14.
I like it. Both of these teams are 5-4, but I feel like New England is really on the up. I like Mac Jones, man. They really running that offense through him. He's an accurate passer when he got his time in the pocket. He'll take the check down, but he also can go deep on you if Aguilar not alligator arming it. It's gonna be tough. New England defense they've been playing well, real well, and Cleveland has also this game tough right here, bro. I'm gonna take New England. I'm gonna go New England 27, Cleveland 24.
You got a decent scoring game going.
That's tough, bro. This is a tough game because you don't know what Cleveland you're gonna get. You basically know what New England you're gonna get every week. They're gonna come at you with the gadget plays, run the football, a lot of play action. But the Browns, they just like a mystery to me, man. They play well on offense. Defense, basically the majority of the time, but their offense be up and down. So it's gonna be a good game. This is one of the games I would love to watch. You know what I mean? It's like you always see them games on the schedule. Like, damn, I'd love to watch this game. Hopefully.
Yeah. But that's why I give New England the edge, because this game's going to be all on Baker, and I don't think he has enough to win it.
I don't either. Chubb playing though, right?
Who? No, Chubb. He's out too. He's out for COVID. Yeah, they only got one running back.
All on Baker hands.
That's what I'm saying. They only got, like I said, Johnson's a good running back, but I'm pretty sure New England's going to figure out a plan to stop him.
I agree. Man, you don't want to put the game in Baker hands. I know that.
Donovan People-Jones, if you got him on waiver wire, pick him up.
Mac Jones might go off this game. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right, next game. The Minnesota Vikings versus the LA Chargers in LA. That's gonna be a good game too. Sheesh. Go ahead, Jody.
I'm going to have to take LA because as much as I hate to say it, LA's going to want to rebound from the tough win against us, and they're going to want to prove that they're still relevant and still contend. And what better team to do that against than Minnesota? Minnesota's a good team, but they're just struggling to move the ball, and that's been evident because they're trying to move it to guys like Thielen and Jefferson and Conkin and Cooks and Matheson when Cooks isn't there. That's a lot of firepower, and they're just not moving the ball. And when they do, they're not stopping people. It's always one or the other shows up. And the Chargers have an injury here and there, but they're just gonna. All they need is to keep pushing, and they'll definitely land themselves in the playoffs. And I think this game is just exploit what's not working on the Minnesota side, and usually there's something that's a big problem that's not working for them. And I think this game's going to be another one of the same. And the problem may end up being Kirk Cousins. As much as I hate to say it, because I say he brings consistency all the time, but he's been on and off this year. So if Minnesota wants to win, they need consistency. I don't see him bringing it this week. Chargers 24, Minnesota 17.
I like it. Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, it's a pretty even, matchup, When you got the kid Justin Herbert, he looked great out there against us, but who doesn't? Eckler, even though he was injured, he was still able to get himself some yardage. But when you look at Minnesota, man, like they're having an off year. Dalvin Cook, whatever the reason, he's having a bad year. He hasn't been injured much. He was, but wasn't enough for him to affect this whole season. You had that backup Matheson that played well. I don't know why they don't use a healthy combination of both of them.
Right.
Justin Jefferson. I mean, it's not a regression. I don't think he's regressed this year. I don't think he's been given enough of that opportunity because of Kirk Cousins.
They ain't really throwing it to him a lot.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, I think, like Jordy said, you don't know which one you're going to get. Depending on the week, you get a different version of him. And, I didn't even mention Adam Thielen because that's another guy on that team that goes missing. They have the talent. It's just I don't think they have the right guy at the moment who can, bring it all together. So that's hurting them right now. When he's on, he's one of the better ones in the league. But
Right.
when he can't get things together, man, like it's really bad. And they're at a point right now where he can't. When they went up against Dallas, that was an easy win. They should have came out of there, with a W and with going in happy because they would have won it handily, but they didn't. Man, he
Especially with
couldn't do
Cooper
anything.
Rush at quarterback.
Yeah, like he couldn't do anything against that Dallas defense. They couldn't get anything going. So going forward, yeah, like I think the Chargers might come out of here with a win. I got them up 27 to 17.
I like it. My fault, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Chargers in this one too. I really haven't been impressed by the Minnesota Vikings this year. They haven't really been effective in the run game. Kirk Cousins dropping back a lot, getting hit a lot this year. The defense, the biggest surprise to me is the defense. The defense had been giving up a lot of points. It's alarming. And the Chargers, man, maybe they build off that win last week. I mean, it was a close one, but they showed a lot on offense. If you look at the box score, I mean, you wouldn't even imagine the score was 27-24. It's like, bro, Justin Herbert did whatever he wanted to us. So, I mean, hopefully their offense can build off of that. I mean, I would like this game right here to be a good game because I respect the Minnesota Vikings, man. I always respected them. I just hated when we played them because Kirk Cousins used to go off on us. But I respect them. So I hope I'm thinking this game gonna be close, like a 31-27-ish, or it's gonna come down to the wire like somebody win by a field goal. So I'm gonna go 24-27 San Diego. I mean LA. I always call them San Diego, bro. I can't get that out of my head. All right, next game. The Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals at Arizona. Who you got winning and why, Dirty?
Arizona, because Carolina just brought in a rent-a quarterback in Cam Newton, whom they went through all that trouble to get rid of just to bring back. And you're playing a Cardinals team who took one loss, and now it's going to be, okay, now it's off your back. You don't have to worry about the undefeated season. The stress of that is off the shoulders. Now you focus on all steam ahead, get the first round bye, home field advantage, then you're good. That's a team that can definitely do that. They're in a great position to do that.
Right.
So right now they're just going to go full steam ahead, pedal to the metal, and they're going to go off. And they're probably going to make AJ Green one step lower on that depth chart because right now it's probably needed. And at this point, it wouldn't surprise me if you see Kyler slinging the ball and maybe even completing another Hail Mary or two.
You think Kyler 100% right now?
He's got to be, whether he wants to or not, because if they want to buy, they've got to, or if they want that buy, they got to keep pushing. They can't do what Seattle did or the Steelers did last year and fall into a hole. They've got to keep pushing. And while there's a lot of differences between both this team and that old Pittsburgh team, still, part of the reason they fell into a slump was just they lost the momentum and couldn't gather it back. This is the perfect opportunity to get it back. And they should be able to take it against this Panthers squad. It's not like this is a super strong squad. I mean, they had to bring in Cam Newton because Sam Darnold has been Defensive Player of the Week for 4 weeks now.
Facts.
So it's going to take time for them to figure that out. So they should have a field day with that offense. So I'm going to say, 41 to 20?
Sheesh. Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, when your other option is Colt McCoy, even if you're at 50%, you're gonna start the game. That's how we're gonna roll with this one. But yeah, like Cardinals had a breakout with their running game last week. You know, James Conner broke off. It's been a while since he had that amount of rushing yards. You know, even when he was at Pittsburgh, that wasn't something that he did very often. So it looks like they're getting things going because of the fact that they didn't have Kyler. I think they're going to continue that. I don't think Kyler's 100%. But when you look at Carolina, they just brought in Cam Newton. You got Christian McCaffrey coming back, from injury, weekend. Could be getting better. I see them running heavy, just like the old offense that they had before. You're going to see Cam running the ball, probably not throwing more. DJ Moore might have a good game, but I don't think it's going to be enough, to take down the Cardinals. That defense is pretty good. We talked about Kyler, even if he's at 50%, as long as he's avoiding pressure, he's getting the ball where it needs to be. That's all they need because they got playmakers on the wide receiver position. If they focus on the run play, like I said, the running game, and Connor's able to get another good game in, yeah, they're going to handle this game. I don't think it's going to be a very not a big scoring game. It's going to be close. I'm going to say probably 14-17 in that range. I'll give it to the Cardinals.
14-17?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, for me, it just all depends on what Cam Newton you get. I mean, if we see the Cam Newton, the read option Cam Newton taking off, big, strong Cam Newton, I feel like they can make this a game. Carolina has a solid defense. I mean, we don't, like Jody said, Darnold been coughing that rock up. We've been putting them in bad field position and stuff like that, putting them getting scored, like basically just giving up scores. I don't feel like Cam gonna do that. He gonna protect the football. I mean, they gonna run the football. I mean, he gonna hit dudes when they open. So I'm gonna agree with y'all. This gonna be a close game, and plus it's a division game. Those they always go either way. So I'm gonna go Arizona 21. Arizona 21, Panthers 17. I feel like it's gonna be a good game.
Well, one thing too is, Cam, he doesn't have a tight end. That's one of the things he needs the most, especially the way he plays. He needs that tight end. He doesn't have one in Carolina right now. I don't even think Carolina even uses a tight end like that.
Yeah, they go 3 wide a lot.
Yeah. So, that's I think they have Darren Fells. He used to play for the Texans. I want to say he's with them. But even though they don't even use him. And that's Cam's thing. If you're not giving it out to the running back, and you can't dump it out to the running back, the tight end is his security blanket.
But yeah, he played. I just like the fact that Cam actually played with a lot of these dudes when he was there. Christian McCaffrey, all those kind of dudes. I mean, Robbie Anderson, and I think he played with DJ Moore too his rookie year, right?
Yeah, he played with Moore. And for Cam, it's a good look for him because when he left, that wasn't right. The way they let him go, and now him coming back, it's like they need him. So like it's a good look for him coming back in the building.
It's just like revenge.
Yeah, like what I'm saying. Like I did my thing. I went out to New England. They didn't pick me up, but guess what? At the end of the day, you gave me $10 million to come back.
Right.
So it's a good look for Cam.
And plus, Cam, he gotta perform because this might be his last shot in the NFL. So,
yeah,
I mean, hopefully Cam could bounce back because I always loved Cam Newton. That was my guy. I used to love Cam Newton, bro. So, yeah, I'm gonna skip this game because we're gonna talk about that at the end, the Eagles and Broncos game. Seattle versus Green Bay, and I think Russell Wilson will be back for this game if I'm not mistaken. Who you got winning and why, Jody?
I'm taking Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers should be back.
There you go, Grant. Ian Thomas. I like Ian Thomas. He's a well-rounded tight end. You could split him out at wide receiver. I mean, he's great across the middle. So, I mean, Cam got some weapons to work with down there. My fault, but go ahead, Jordy. I apologize.
That's good. But where was I at again?
The
With
Seattle
the
Seahawks
Packers and
and the Green
Seahawks.
Bay Packers.
All right, thanks. It's been a long night.
Yeah,
It's
it did.
it's 1 a.m. for me.
Yeah, we
but-
pushing 2 hours right now. It's 1 a.m. for me too.
But yeah, this game, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is back. You should have a mostly full strength receiving core. Aaron Jones is Aaron Jones, and at the end of the day, that defense. I mean, Jair is still out. He's not making very good progress with his injury. Zaire should be back in the near future, so that team's getting a little bit more healthy, and I think Bakhtiari just got back or is getting back or something like that. But with this team getting healthier and getting the receivers back, it's just going to help Aaron Rodgers. And as much as I'd say Seattle's a good team, I don't think they have enough in the tank to beat the Packers. I really don't. The Packers, I think, are somewhat rolling right now, a little bit of momentum. That'll continue. They'll continue to push themselves through. And I just don't know if they can stop that offense with how many guys they can give the ball to. MVS, Adams, Jones. I'm forgetting their third string receiver. They've also got Cobb.
They got
Jalen.
St. Brown over there.
That's what I was saying, Brown. You've got to stop all those guys. How is the question? And this is going to be an offensive battle, no doubt, but I'm just gonna say Packers because it's going to be very close, but 31-27.
I like it. Go ahead, Vic.
This game's hard to pick for multiple reasons because we have to see if Aaron Rodgers is able to get in the building on Saturday. If he's able to, get in and he tests negative, I think that's the protocol that they go through, and everything goes fine. Yeah, he'll start the game. But again, we're talking about an Aaron Rodgers who hasn't been around the team for the past 2 weeks. Even though, I'm pretty sure he has the offensive down. There's no issue. But I mean, you got to get accustomed to being with the guys again. You got to work on your timing. Even though 2 weeks isn't that much time, it's enough. You have to be off just a little bit because now they're kind of used to Jordan Love. Now you got to get back to used to being Aaron Rodgers. So that might take some time coming into the game. A.J. Dillon, they're using him more and, it's working out for him. Jones, he's a beast in his own right. But when you look at this Packers offense, we always say the talent that they have, but week in and week out, sometimes they end up falling short. You know what I mean? Like Aaron Rodgers isn't the same guy that he was. I've seen it this year. He's becoming a little bit more human.
Yeah.
When you look at Seattle, their defense hasn't been playing well, but their defense has been playing better since Russell Wilson's been out. They've been forced, they've been scrappy. With Wilson back, I think that's going to be a surge, especially to their offense. Tyler Lockett, DJ Metcalf. I mean, those are names that have been quiet for the couple, 4 weeks right now? I think 5 weeks. Russell back, I expect big games out of both of them. They're going to come out firing. Russell's going to want to throw that ball down the field. He's been pent up for a while. I mean, he want to get out there. You got Chris Carson. He coming back from injury himself, but he's working himself back into form. I think it's going to be Seattle's game. We might say that their defense is weak, but I think their defense is going to be able to handle the Packers.
Right.
They have a lot of talent, but when you look at it, Packers really only have Adams to throw it to. Cobb is all right, but Cobb was there because Adams wasn't around. So that's where he got a lot of his numbers from. It's going to be too much for them. Seattle's going to be too excited. Are they in Green Bay for this game?
Yep.
So, Seattle's going to come in with an attitude. Like Green Bay, they're home. That's good for them. But I think Seattle might be too much. So I'm going to give it to Seattle. 31-28.
Yep. And Aaron Rodgers is going to see Rasul Douglas covering the –
Could you imagine Rasul has –
my God. They better get that man some help this week. It's going to be a long day. They had him covering Tyreek Hill last week. I was like, oh, my God. Tyreek Hill was running right past him. Mahomes was just missing him. But I mean, I'm gonna say this: if Russell Wilson is like actually 100% with that broken what we had broken middle finger, if he's 100%, I feel like they could take advantage of this defense because Green Bay is missing two of their top cornerbacks, and they're missing one of their safeties. So, I mean, if they could nullify that pass rush a little bit, give Russell Wilson some time, he's going to pick those dudes apart with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. So it's going. I feel like Seattle 3-5 right now. I feel like they get back on track this week. I'm gonna go Seattle. I'm gonna go Seattle 27, Green Bay 21. Hey, Jakes, man, I hope everything well with you, bro. I see that you in the hospital and all that. I hope everything well with you, bro. Get well soon.
Yeah, man, get well, my guy.
All right. Kansas City travels to Las Vegas to face the Raiders. Who you got winning and why, Jody?
I'm going to have to take Kansas City because the Raiders, they've been on that downhill slope a little bit. They've kind of gotten derailed, and I think they're facing a Chiefs team that also kind of has had a up and down season. Actually, that's the definition of up and down season. If you look it up in the dictionary, it's the Chiefs right now. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a battle. This is another close game. And it's going to be a battle of the quarterbacks. Mahomes right now is the better quarterback.
Yeah.
And the Raiders are still going to have to figure out how to slot Deshaun Jackson into their receiving corps. So that's going to take time. And now they're struggling with figuring out how to split the ball between Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake again because they did it good for like 5 weeks. And then all of a sudden they forgot how to do it. Kind of like Tennessee can't figure out they have receivers. So unless they can fix those problems off the bat, that and something here and there in their defense, it's Chiefs all day. Although, I'll say this. If what's his name? The safety that Tyrann Mathieu keeps just being like, what are you doing? What's his name? The one that they tried to buy out his contract. No.
Sorensen?
Yeah, Sorensen. If he's playing, just target him. You'll win the game. You'll win the game because I think during one of the last 2 weeks, he had an interception that went through his hands into the receiver's hands.
It's
That's
good,
how
Bird,
bad
man.
he is. So, unless he's playing a lot and they target him, this isn't the Raiders' game. If he is, target him as much as possible. As much as possible. But there's a reason Chiefs fans want to buy his contract out.
He definitely the weakness in their secondary. He can't cover for nothing.
I'm going to have to say 34-31 Chiefs.
Go ahead, Vic. Derek Carr owns the Chiefs.
He do
The
though.
only quarterback that can say it. I mean, this is going to be a good game. I think this is going to be a shootout. You know what I mean? Because, when you look at the Raiders, they've been through a lot. Like Jordy said, they forgot how to run the ball and how to, spread the ball around between Drake and Jacobs. When you got those two in there, they're monsters in their own right. I mean, you can pound the ball all day. You just force it down the teeth because their defensive line isn't that well. Their defense isn't that good. But like I said before, Derek Carr's been on a tear this year. I mean, he's had the best season. This is going to be the best season of his career, and he's going to continue it. He's got Darren Waller back, who's another week healthier. You got the rookie out Edwards, Hunter Renfro. He's been having a good season. Last week had a pretty good game, so they're going to rely more on those two. I think Deshaun's playing this week, if I'm not mistaken. So you might see some deep shots with Deshaun, and if the connection works, yeah, Kansas City got nothing for him. Now, on Kansas City end, we all know about their offense, high power, Patrick Mahomes, but their issue is that offensive line. If Las Vegas can penetrate, then Patrick's going to be running around like he's been for the past 3 weeks. It's going to be a lot of work for him. They can keep up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Like I said, it's going to be a high scoring game. I'm going to give it to, I was about to say Oakland. I'm going to give it to Las Vegas 38-34.
I do that all the time. I call them Oakland. I call them Oakland.
They should be in Oakland. Let's keep it a buck, man. They should have been in Oakland. They should have never left that city.
They should have stayed in Oakland, bro. I don't know what they was thinking.
Yeah, it's just, bad politics over there.
Yeah, they trying to make that paper. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Kansas City has been struggling, but you don't want to be that team that they put it together on. So, because once they put it together, bro, they unstoppable.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that defense gonna ever get good for the rest of the season. They got so many holes in that defense, safety wise. They don't really have too many pass rushers, linebackers. I mean, questionable. It's just bad football on that side of the ball. Patrick Mahomes been saving them a lot. I mean, but he hasn't really been playing well either. I think he has the most turnovers by a quarterback this year.
Yep.
I mean, going back to his old Texas Tech roots, but I mean, it is what it is. They still could beat you on any given Sunday. So Oakland got to come to ball, man. They pass rushers, Nassib, and what's the other guy name? Came from Jacksonville, and Ngakwe. Bro, they've been playing crazy. They've been getting pressure on that quarterback. The Raiders have a solid defense. So, and like you said, the Raiders been kicking the Chiefs' ass for the last couple years. So I'm going with LA on this one. Vegas, Las Vegas. I'm going with
Oakland,
Las Vegas on
LA.
this one. I'm gonna go Las Vegas 37, Kansas City 34. It's gonna be a high scoring game, but I feel like Vegas is gonna get enough stops to win this game.
Yeah.
And Jinx, I mean, we do this every week, bro. So whenever you not doing nothing, you could pull up and hop on the weekly picker, man. Me and Jordy don't mind. Vic, man, you might as well host too, man. It might as well be us three. Because you here every week showing love. So
yeah, man. Like I said, my Thursday night wasn't the same when you didn't do it. And I was trying to get you to do it last night too. I was like, come on, man, it was good.
Yeah, I didn't have when I threw it up there, I ain't know Jordy was gonna be busy. And then nobody responded right away. So I was like, let me cancel this shit because I'm gonna be rocking on this jump by myself all day. But now I know y'all be down with it. It's either gonna be Thursday or Wednesday. It don't matter. It's whatever day better for y'all. It don't matter to me.
You know me, like I said, I threw that fire emoji. I was always down. Thursday nights ain't the same if I'm not doing this.
All right. It's the 8 o'clock game. And this might be a good one. But who knows? The LA Rams travel to San Francisco to face the 49ers. Who you got winning this and why, Jordy?
So, the thing about the Niners is they've had a definite amount of struggles. That's been most of their season. They're not injured to next year and back, but they're still struggling. And, I mean, Jimmy G's just not there this year. I don't know what it is. And
he looking over his shoulder. That's what it is.
at the end
You see that young stallion in back on me like, I got to play.
Well, Lance is starting.
He's starting now?
Lance is starting?
They already they said it earlier. Lance is definitely starting. They announced it.
Oh, that might be a wrap for Jimmy G.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe he could go back to old New England with Bill.
Well, they already got Mac Jones, so that ship is sailed.
He better off going to like Washington or New Orleans. For real.
Yeah.
But this game, the Rams will want to bounce back this game. And what better opponent to do it against than the Niners? Because they're a a better mid-pack team. And at the end of the day, it's still a good test. Cooper Kupp's got to step up and kind of insert himself back in as the number one option. OBJ is coming in. That could cause a problem, but for now, it will they'll ease him in. They gotta. And that's mostly just about finding where he fits in on the depth chart. It could be receiver 2. It could be receiver 4. I don't know. I'm not there looking at the roster right now going, okay, we like this guy, and this guy. So, but he'll probably overtake Woods and take that third spot for now, second or third. And it's just going to be about moving the ball and consistency for both sides. Because I can't even talk tonight. My brain's fried. The Rams have been very good with that. I mean, Cooper Kupp's gone off on a lot of deep touchdowns, but he struggled last week. So it's going to be about just reconnecting the link right now and moving the ball, getting the chains moving. The Niners have struggled with a lot of things, especially since they haven't had Mostert for most of the season and won't have him for the rest of the season. They haven't really found an answer for that, but they still are at least getting chances to move the ball, and they're not. So I'm going to have to call this game 34-17 Rams.
Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, man. The Niners are in a downfall. A lot of people, blamed it on injury. But if you look at the Niners' win record since that Super Bowl, I want to say they won, 6 games since their Super Bowl appearance. You know what I mean? A lot of you gotta give it to the coach. As Shanahan, you got the GM. They haven't been putting players in the right position. They haven't been doing the right things. That debacle that they're dealing with the quarterback position, that's all on them. If you got Garoppolo and you spent the money to get him, have him be the guy. If you don't think he is, you should have moved on from him a while ago. You should have traded him and get him out. Because now you're going back and forth between Lance and Garoppolo. You don't know what's what. The team doesn't know either, and they haven't been playing well. Now you're starting Lance. So he's the guy going forward. Jordy mentioned before, Mostert was out. But I like Elijah Mitchell. I think he runs the ball very well, especially between the tackles. Not so much of receiving. He got a lot of work to do. But he was their 4th running back coming in, and he was highly praised. I think they have a good future with him. If Mostert comes back next season, it'll be all good. But going into this game, we're talking about the Rams. Like, win now, Rams. They're going to have Miller in there. He's going to be integrated in the defense. OBJ is going to play. McVay has had an infatuation with OBJ for a while. The reports are coming out now how, he basically recruited him over here. It was a done deal to go with the Packers. If they didn't lowball him with the deal, he would have signed with the Packers. But McVay got in his ear. Jalen Ramsey got in OBJ's ear. Players called him up and they showed that they wanted him, so that's the team he was going to go to. And I think they're going to showcase him this week. Like I said, they had a couple of plays already drawn up for him. So, I don't think they're going to go to him often. I think they'll go to him early, show people their new toy. But if that offense can get back to running the ball as they did in the beginning of the year, there's no stopping them. Like that defense, it speaks for itself. I don't even want to talk about them that much. I can go on for days with that defense. But when you look at the opponent they're going up against, yeah, it's going to be light work for the Rams. I got them 37-13.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to beat the Rams, bro. They got so much they could throw at you, defense and offense. They gearing up to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Because they ain't going to be able to hold on to all these guys next year. So they in win now mode. They and going up against a San Francisco team that's struggling, secondary beat up, this one of those games that y'all could get a little bit of chemistry. They probably gonna use OBJ in that kind of Deshaun Jackson role right now, but he's gonna be a big part of this offense down the stretch. The only part I can see really be conflicted is that Cooper Kupp is basically their slot receiver. So OBJ gonna have to play on that edge, but how much can he take on that fast from that edge? So that's gonna be a little, and then him and Matthew Stafford getting acquainted. But I mean, that's stuff you can work out. What is 8 games left? That's stuff you can work out over the season by the time playoff time comes. And getting a pass rusher in there like Von Miller, that doesn't take too much, like chemistry. Defense and offense is way different. You line Von Miller up, tell him to rush the passer. He's been doing that his whole life. It's not going to be that hard. The only thing I can see derailing them is Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford be having a whole lot of up and down games. Like last week, he threw 2 bad interceptions last week that put him out of that game fast. You don't want that Matthew Stafford. You want the Matthew Stafford from the beginning of the season where he's finding dudes, play action on the death, hitting Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, bro, you got a ton of riches right now. You can't mess this up, Stafford. You can't mess this up. But I got them beating San Francisco, and it's not going to be close. I got them beating them 37-17. I don't know. Grant, they tried to trade Jimmy G before the trade deadline. San Francisco was thinking trade Aaron Rodgers.
Well, nah, they were trying to trade Jimmy G last year for Stafford.
Oh, for Stafford.
Because the Niners pretty much thought that Stafford was going to go to them. They thought it was a wrap. You know, Kyle Shanahan had already a meeting set up with Stafford. It just so happened that Sean McVay, who's Kyle Shanahan's best friend, knew about the meeting, actually scheduled and got himself a room at the same hotel and got to Stafford before he can go to Shanahan. That's why Stafford went to the Rams.
That's tough.
Hey, my guy. Yeah, you gotta. If you're a Rams fan, you gotta love your coach. You gotta love his tenacity because you know what I'm saying. Like he went out of his best friend. Like his best friend gave him info. Like I'm gonna meet up with Stafford. He's like, you thought.
They go get everybody though. I like what the Rams doing, man. I wish Philly could do that. Damn, we trying.
We did that. Remember, we did that.
Oh, that was
Vince Young called it out.
That was
Vince Young called it out a little too early.
That was a bad season. Rodgers, Camardi, Namdi, they went to go, D'Amico Ryans. They went to go get all these dudes, and we got smoked damn near every game. But I mean, I don't see that happening to this Rams team. They already got a solid core. I mean, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, adding Von Miller, that's just a plus. And they got other solid dudes beyond those because they really been using Jalen Ramsey like a slot corner / safety, just like a dog linebacker, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't really been playing the edge too much, except for when they go up against dudes that got like real good wide receivers. That's when he go back to his natural position. But other than that, they really haven't been playing him out there on the edge. He's been all over the field. So I feel like the defensive coordinator, he on to something, man, because Jalen Ramsey is a goddamn tackling machine.
And what's crazy is they're running Brandon Staley's defense. You know what I mean? They're just taking over his defense. That's all it is.
That's tough, though. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's telling you. Brandon Staley had a set of defense.
I don't think that was that year, though. I don't think they.
Nah, that was 2012 when we did the Dream Team.
That was Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. I think Asante Samuel still was there. No, I think Asante was gone.
I don't think it's gone. Yeah. It was Dominique and Namdi were 1 and 2.
Yeah, because we already shedded all of our veterans because that was a little bit before that because B-Doc was one of the ones who got shedded.
Before that, yep. That season
we had Nate Allen. We had Nate Allen back there as our safety.
Nate Allen. Trash.
Great move, guys. Great move.
I just forgot about him. I didn't want to remember.
Hey, he got paid. He got paid from Oakland when they were Oakland at the time, Remember that? He signed with them for a good amount.
He
He
was
didn't
there
live up to
for
the
a while
contract.
too. He was there for
Yeah,
like
well, he
5
had to.
seasons.
He had to. They paid him all that money. They had no choice but to put him out there.
Yeah. Nate Allen was the worst though.
Yeah.
Nate Allen. What's the other dude name that got ran over by Zeke and his helmet came off?
I don't remember the name I know you talking about.
What's his name, Vic? He came from Ohio State. He got ran over by Zeke and his helmet came off.
Hold on, because I'm trying to remember his name right now. Hold on.
Oh, I know it too.
I was just talking about him. I just can't remember his name right now. God damn. It's gonna come to me. But
I can't remember right now.
he got ran over. That was the worst run over I ever seen in my life. His whole helmet flew up in the air, traveled like 5 yards. Damn, what is his name? It was
Oh man.
Brian Roll.
no, not Brian Rule.
Oh, Huff. Was it Huff?
No,
No.
it wasn't Huff
No.
either.
No, Huff was the
Huff was a
wide receiver.
receiver.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the quarterback Huff that was for Oakland. No.
Brian Rule was a linebacker. He was a safety I'm talking about, right? He came from Ohio State. I can't remember his name right now.
I was gonna say Roll was at Ohio State too.
Yeah, Rule was a linebacker though. You talking about Samari Rule?
No.
I know it's not Michael Jenkins, even though he went to Ohio State. I know it's not him.
God damn, I'm gonna look it up after this. I know it's gonna.
Yeah, that's gonna kill me right now.
It's just killing me right now. I know it's gonna pop right in my head. But let's get to this Eagles game. Give me your five keys to victory for this game. For us to beat the
Did you do the Monday night game?
Huh?
Did you do the Monday night game?
Monday night game.
Oh, Rams were? Oh, okay.
That's the Rams and
I thought they were Sunday night.
Kurt Coleman. Yep, that's his name, Kurt Coleman.
Oh, I should have remembered that.
Oh my God, for Carolina. Yep, then he went to Carolina.
Yeah.
He played good for them. Kurt Coleman. Damn.
That's
Did he go to Ohio State?
Teamer.
Good shit,
He
Greg.
didn't go to Ohio State, did he?
He went to Ohio State. I think he did.
I don't know if he went to Ohio State. But that's a name right there. That was hard to pull.
Kurt Coleman was so trash for us. He went over to Carolina and started hooping.
Yeah, he did, because I think he was on that Super Bowl team.
Yep. He went over there and started hooping. He was holding it down at safety. I'm like, damn, why none of our players can't be good while they with us?
Going out to develop talent.
It just frustrates me. But yeah, let's get into this Eagles game. 5 keys to victory. Before we get out of here, 5 keys to victory and your final score. Go ahead, Jordy.
5 keys to victory got to be Hurts has to make his throws.
Okay.
The receivers have to get separation. I would say the defense has to show up, but that's a given. We have to minimize how bad the linebackers play with the team around them. Try different combinations at linebacker because the ones we're trying some of the ones we've tried aren't using very well or working very well. Some of the ones that we've tried recently have, like putting in TJ Edwards and Davian Taylor. And lastly, the special teams has to show up because if this ends up being close, I have no doubt in my mind that Cephas, Lovato, those guys are going to show up. But the true question is, if this ends up being closer, it ends up coming down to who leaves the most points on the board. Jake Elliott's got to show up. He hasn't done. He's shown up for me so far, but I want to see it before I can actually believe it. And I want to believe it so
see him
bad.
in clutch time, right? We gotta see him in clutch time.
He's shown me almost everything he needs to. I just want to see him in clutch time. Then I can actually say something good about him.
What's your final score, Dirty?
I've been back and forth on this all day long. But when it comes down to it, I'm going to say 34-31 Eagles.
Yes, sir. Jake Elliott on the game-winning field goal.
Yup.
I'll take it. Go ahead, Vic.
Ooh, 5 keys to victory. Yeah, Jalen Hurts. He needs to be on his game. Can't make the same mistakes as he did in the past, last week, especially when we look at that end zone play to Smith. You got to do better. Pocket's clean, stay in it. If you get pressure, and move on your way. Secondly, our defensive line. It can't be said enough. We need to create pressure, especially when we're going against Teddy Bridgewater. Because, once you create pressure against him, he gets very scared. He gets antsy. He wants to get rid of the ball. He'll throw it away. He's a quarterback that's happy to throw it away and live another play. Keep on doing that. We can't have our offense, constant with 3 and outs. That can't happen. Sirianni needs to devise a plan. We need to go with the run, as we have, and go to it early, go to it officially. Jordan Howard, I guess, is the starter. I don't know if that was announced officially, but I seen that Boston Scott was in downgrade, was downgraded a little bit. So I think Howard's our starter now. So if we're gonna start with him, hey, let's get physical from the jump. Get those linemen out there, make them be the aggressor. 4, Jonathan Gannon, my guy. You gotta get, I understand you don't want to get beat off the top. I got it. But you can't focus your whole defense around that. You know what I mean? Like, I got it. We have deficiency at the linebacker, but you got to devise a plan to get some pressure. Again, that's the main key. Out of all 5 keys, creating pressure is going to be the main one. Because, whatever you're doing with the defensive line, it isn't working. Fletcher Cox, he needs to step it up. Because, offenses are focusing on Hargraves now, and no one gives a shit about Fletcher because he isn't even really playing. You know what I mean? Like, he comes up to get a paycheck. Lastly, hopefully our linebackers can hold up. It's a difficult task, but that's something that we're really going to need. I know we haven't been able to get much out of them, but hopefully Edwards can come in. He can show out. Taylor, he's been getting better each week. Hopefully he can show up too. Again, those are my 5 keys, at least for me. But mainly it's on the defensive side. You got to get better, Gannon especially.
Facts. What's your final score?
It's tough. Like, it's hard to see the Eagles win, but if they do, I think we can eke it out. We have enough talent. We have what it takes. It's going to be close. I'm going to say 28-24.
I'll take that. I'll just take a win, period. At this point, to be honest. All right. Our 5 keys to victory. Number 1, Jonathan Gannon. You got to mix your schemes up. Stop playing so much, your corners so much off coverage. NFL offensive coordinators, coaches, they get paid a lot of money to scheme up plays to beat stuff like that. And when you playing 7 yards out the ball on 3rd down and 3, that's easy pickings. Let's move the chains all day. All they got to do is just pop their head up and throw the football. Cornerback not going to be able to get there. So, you got to be a little bit more courageous. You can't just, long as they ain't beating us over the top, we doing good. No. You're giving up too many 10-play, 12-play, 15-play drives. That tires your defense out. You got to take chances at some point. Either they're going to beat you fast or they're going to beat you slow. You go get there, you do dialing up blitzes like that, or you send in the house. 9 times out of 10, you going to get there eventually. It's like they going to beat you a few times. It happens. It's football. These quarterbacks get paid a lot of money to make those throws. They going to make them. But on a 3rd down and 13 or something like that, send the crib. Pressure everybody. Keep your safeties back there. You need some support, but at the end of the day, these players gotta make their money. Y'all make all this money. Now you gotta show me why you making all this money. You can't stop a dude running a route on the 3rd and 13 when you send in a blitz package like that, I mean, you shouldn't be in the NFL. It's like you shouldn't be starting. You should be in somebody's practice squad or out of the league. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be not. You can't be a scared coach in the NFL win football games. So my number one is Jonathan Gannon. Number two, our defensive line. We got to get some pressure. I mean, we rushed for damn near the whole Jim Schwartz era. We was one of the highest sack teams in the NFL for years. I don't see the difference now. The problem now, I mean, get up under them big offensive linemen. Get up there. Make these quarterbacks uncomfortable. Teddy Bridgewater is not a scrambler. He want to sit back there in the pocket and throw that football. So, I mean, make him uncomfortable. Make him uncomfortable. Start getting people around his body. They have some talented wide receivers. We can't give them time to throw the football. And they got a good run game. So, I mean, it's going to be difficult this week. But, I mean, if they all stick to their guns, everybody do their job, we should be okay. Number three, like y'all said, Jalen Hurts. When you got a chance to make an impact play, you have to make it, bro. That game when we played the Chargers last week, we had a chance to go up 21-7 at halftime. I mean, maybe it's a different ball game then. I mean, you got to make those throws. You got to hit Devontae Smith. You got to hit Dallas Goedert. You got to hit Quez Watkins wide open, streaking down the sideline, not overthrow him 10 yards. So, I mean, that come with time. But at the end of the day, you in the NFL, you should start in quarterback. You should be able to make those throws. Number four, Nick Sirianni got to stick to his game plan. He had a great game plan the last 2 weeks. He got to stick to it. Stick to it. Run the football. Even if you're going to put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands a little bit more, keep it in that 20 to 25 range. I mean, don't start getting up into the 30, almost 40 range. That's not his game. Keep the read option out of it. Traditional run plays. You've been doing well, man. You ain't been disappointing me the last 2 weeks. Keep it up. And my fifth and final one is we just gotta win. I mean, we just gotta win a goddamn football game, bro. It's like Denver is a solid football team. I mean, this right here could be a statement win. If we could go up there to Maha and put this win out, I mean, the Eagles back in business now. So that's my takes. I'm gonna say the Philadelphia Eagles win this game 27-17. I mean, any last statements before we get out of here from any of you guys?
It's going to be a wild week. Like I said, it's going to be, like we said before, we thought Jordy was saying going crazy with the blowoffs, but I mean, like you can see it. There's a lot of weak teams going against a lot of experienced teams.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, that Rams game, that's going to be crazy. Titans game, that's going to be a good one. And there's going to be a lot of blowouts. That Bills game, especially that Bills game. And that's what I want to watch because I feel like they're going to have a breakout week.
Hopefully they bounce back, man.
Yeah, hopefully we can. I mean, that's something that we need to do. We're looking at 8 games. Hopefully we can show some improvement. If not, we have a lot of choices, we're going to have to make in the offseason.
Bro, we turning into road warriors. We can't get a win at home, but we'll go up there at somebody else's house and kick some ass. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, but that's good. So hopefully next year, we got the experience on the road. We carry that same team, and, we can build off a good winning streak at home, too.
Facts. How about you, Jordy?
The only thing I have to say is hope for the best, expect the worst, because that's the best you can do with this team.
Facts. You already know, man. We 2 hours and 34 minutes. We've been rocking strong. Appreciate everybody that was in the chats. You already know who it is. I may fuss and cuss, but oh no, that's not it right there. My fault.
You went into the AK mode. Oh man.
My fault. You already know who it is. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Damn, that's not it either. My fault, bro. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Onetre Rock. This the Onetre Fighter Weekly Pick'em with me, my guy Vic. Jordy Fighter, you already know what it is, man. We're going to be doing this every week. I mean, y'all want to hop on the show, just hit Onetre Rock up. Hit Vic 3 up. Hit Jordy Fighter up, man. We'll pull y'all on here. We do this for fun, man. Y'all see what we was doing. I mean, it's a weekly pick'em, but we was having fun. I mean, the guys link up. We make magic. So, like I said, go like, comment, and subscribe to Vic 3. Like, comment, and subscribe to Jordy Fighter. Onetre Rock. You already know what it is. We out there. Peace. He talking about do Eagles chant.